This is too real. I don't want to be
Yikes.
doing this.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's war movies.
Right?
War movies for me.
Yeah. All right. So, D&D. It's here. We're at the weird Wandering Emporium caravan shop, and Niebla just got her nails trimmed, I believe.
She's so pretty. Oh, so pretty and witty and right.
Indeed. I have.
Phone's been unplugged. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I snuck in.
Excellent. I have made a shop token for the magic guy over here, to which I've so far only added one item, because I was basically doing that right when I got here 15 minutes ago. But I will add more items with prices to that as time goes on for shopping purposes.
Yeah, that would be really nice, because I get really anxious trying to do math in real time. So.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm trying to find anything that you guys could, possibly even afford. But I guess I can fill them up with things you can't afford. And
more healers kits would be nice.
Oh, I'm just looking at magic items right now. But yeah, that can be done.
I mean, while we're here, we can't go back to like Saltmarsh and buy our, dry goods. So.
Right. There you go. Staff of Power, only 95,500 gold. Save up.
Oh, sweet.
Wow. What kind of power? Just in general, or?
Oh, it's got all kinds of power. I don't know if you guys can see the descriptions when you click on them. It's basically
powerful powers,
like a super wizard staff that. What's his name? Gramagal has one. Basically. So it's got all the good wizard spells in it, and it casts them for you instead of using up your spell slots.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm like, I forgot to give him Fireball. Oh, that's fine. He can just cast it out of the staff.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that's that's why it's 95,000 gold.
Yeah, no wonder. I feel like this is one of those items that you would see high above in a ticket kiosk in an arcade, where it's like 12 million tickets, and you're just like, God damn it, just got.
Where do you click to look at the shop list?
There's I've made a second copy of the wizard over here in the southwest part of the map. Yeah. It just in the tent. It's called Eliak's shop.
Yeah.
You double click them. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Just got to play skee ball a couple more times.
Right.
That looks like a cartoon skull on the end of it. 1 minute. Here.
What's that? Just throw ridiculous items on him that you can't afford right now. We'll deal with.
I'm looking at the picture of it, and there's just like a cartoon skull on that sucker.
I love it. That's what a wand staff power should have, is like a cartoon skull.
Yeah, that's the World of Warcraft icons art thing that I installed that just grabs something that seems close. Like a Wand of Fear also has the skull wand.
I see. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll add more things in there. There's only a few magic items that are in the basic rules that you don't have to pay money for, which are what's in here. It's the rest has to be imported the hard way. You need a healer's kit.
I need probably a couple.
Yeah, and some potions of healing would be nice too.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let me get him stocked up, and you guys can have a way to spend your money. It'd be great. We'll just give him 100 healer's kits. You can buy as many as you want. Potions, you say? Ooh, horseshoes of speed. You want those, Jay? You can. Wait, horseshoes of a Zephyr.
My goodness.
I have
Nice.
to know what it does. I mean,
Ah.
I kind of really want the elemental gem of air just because.
I'm throwing Horseshoes of Zephyr in there so you can read about it.
not that expensive.
I want to summon a buddy. That's expensive, so
Right, for a single-use item.
yeah.
Horseshoes of
I
Potion.
guess I'll just have to keep freeing the elementals until
Right.
I have a bunch of favors.
Just
How do you purchase?
you should have I think there's a little $sign at the end of the row, and it should
Ooh.
deduct the money from your inventory and add the item to your inventory, I think.
Okay.
BRB.
Yep, like so.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was reading the Horseshoes of the Zephyr, and yeah, pretty neat little thing.
Yeah. I just load him up with, you guys need an item shop.
Potion of healing. Ooh, potion of superior healing.
Yeah.
Can't seem to click on the shop.
You should be able to double-click on Eliak's shop.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I think I'm in the right tab on the left there. It's the
Okay.
one
I've
you
filled
went-
up on healing items, and I've got 61 platinum left that can be distributed amongst if people need more.
Try clicking on any of the characters, Robin, like Totolka, and see if that opens up your character sheet. It's just a character sheet on the one called Eliak's shop, not Eliak. So it's
the
tied
Tulpa
to.
comes up. Niebla comes up. Oh, Eliak and Eliak's shop don't do anything.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Pastor comes up.
I've had this problem in my other game. It's possible I changed the permissions on the shop after you had logged in, because I was just clicking through to add each person in turn. Sometimes when you change permissions on an item, it doesn't update your end until you log out and log back in, so that might fix it.
Okay, so just log out and
Yeah, try that.
log out here? Or just close?
There's a log out command on the upper right with the gears tab there has a log out to make sure that because otherwise it might just buffer the session.
Yeah, that's what I.
What do we have here? Fire resistance? That seems good.
So I know this is a silly thing, Scott, but
Yes.
because I've collected these over several different games, probably at several different places, I have about I got 2 other healers kits that don't go under consumables. One goes under loot, the other one under tool.
Excellent.
I don't know. I was just like, if you can fix it, cool. If not, I don't care. I'll figure it out later.
Let's see. I will add one of the new ones to you, and we'll see where the one that actually works
I
goes.
just bought 3, and they went under consumables. So
Yeah.
Okay, then let's delete the others, because let's see, the ones in consumables I think actually work.
that's
check
that's
details. Maybe not. There's a thing. I think I might have had to. I think I customized the ones on Igbrin to actually work with Igbrin's ability.
Do you guys know that I have 10 potions of fire resistance?
Ha!
Whoa!
No.
I knew that.
Don't buy any.
Thanks for sharing.
I think I stole them from somewhere.
You got them in the vault. They
Yeah.
were very hot, like something.
And I have another one that's Potion of Guy on Street, which is apparently also fire resistant. So I have 11, but
Okay. Good to know.
don't buy those
Yeah.
unless you want more.
How much is a soul coin worth?
That's a good question. You haven't gone to the guy who does soul coin exchanges.
Okay, I thought that was like there's a gold value equivalent.
Well,
Just
They're probably
curious.
there is no universal gold value
Okay.
equivalent on them. There is what people will pay for them. And last week you got an indication from Eliak that this demon guy, Fet Ala, with the many imps, also buys soul coins. So that's an option for you.
I already feel guilty about spending one for a lawyer in hell, so I'm not going to spend any more. If they're in my pocket, then it was just something that I have the responsibility of taking care of right now. So, yeah, nah, we're good.
am I holding one?
Ooh,
It's not on my inventory.
would it be, I guess, logical or make sense that we took a long/short rest?
Yes, you guys are in a safe place. You got back here. You have not yet. You basically just went to the
Right.
went to all this stuff here. But there's spoiler. There's nothing at least this time around. Nothing going to attack you at either of these places.
Got it.
So unless you're planning on murdering everybody in sight, then go ahead and have a long rest.
I have no.
Do we stay in the hotel here, or do we?
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
I think you have to pay like a soul coin to do that.
Yeah. Nah. We'll just. I'm heading back. I got what I wanted. Back to wherever. This is just right. This is like walking distance outside of Mad
Yeah.
Max.
Yes, you get the impression that it travels, and you now have the ability to contact this Rakshasa guy, as you have retained him as your lawyer for a month. So you might be able to recall this place easily through convenient magic. So a little bit of world info I have not covered yet because it hasn't come up yet. You definitely get the impression that making camp out in the middle of nowhere in hell will not let you benefit from a long rest.
Hence the hotel. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can, but any safe place is fine. You could camp at.
Go back into Mad Maggie's.
You camp at Mad Maggie's. They're friendly to you after after you returned the favor. With her here, obviously Mahadi is running a hotel. He doesn't want people just camped around the grounds. But so he would be, that hotel would be a safe place to make a long rest as well. In future, obviously, Grandma Gull's Tower was a safe place for long rests. But those are the only places you have used so far, and you definitely get the impression that out in the middle of nowhere, it will be a bit harder to do such things. This is just.
I'll go and find those other Kenku. They probably have a sweet setup.
Right.
They'll let me crash.
Yeah. Do some Kenku networking.
Nebula just sleeps on top of Mickey.
Excellent.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's
One
up?
of the reasons I didn't let you have that +2 weapon enchantment,
Yeah.
the same reason that you don't give Eris anything in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, no, that's smart, and I
How
understand
long are you even gonna be here, man?
Just fucking runs off with his stuff.
that. That's 100% understood, and I had a lot of fun RPing that whole entire shenanigans. So, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Really good.
Then Nebula just like grabbing at it and then going over to
Please.
money.
Bye.
I still think Hestor should enchant that weapon right in Nebula's face just for that extra.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I might
just
wanna-
that salt pack.
I might want to find something else that's good and shooty, but not the level I want.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's
Like
that's,
a small gun.
While we're on the subject of the, we were on this
go
subject a little while ago. You mentioned the potion of guy on street.
Yeah.
Eliak here could certainly assess what that is for you if you.
Well, wasn't it I thought we already figured out it was a fire resistance.
I don't know. Well, I don't remember, but I'll go find out.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. We'll ask Eliak. What is it? I should go over there first.
I'm literally scrolling through the adventure to find out what guy in the street had.
Well, like, I think that was part of it, was that he was actively on fire and hadn't taken it yet.
It is not. It is not a.
Oh.
It is not related to fire resistance. Let me see if I've got it in my.
Wow. All right.
It's probably like fire starter.
Yeah. Hecked.
Sneezed while he was trying to take it.
No, I'm gonna add it to your inventory. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's a belt.
What's... Okay. All right.
Hang on, there's a potion. There's a potion coming that has a very similar name.
Potion of guy on the street.
There we go.
Oh, jeez.
I will now delete the potion of guy on street.
Oh, God, it's gross.
Oh no.
This potion's transparent liquid has floating in it a sliver of fingernail from a frost giant.
Love it.
Gross.
It's
When I
great.
drink it, my strength changes to 23.
Nice.
Oh yeah, those potions are awesome,
That rules.
and you get some really nice damage bonuses when you use a melee weapon.
Mm.
And to hit bonuses as well.
Yes.
Doesn't help with ranged weapons except for thrown ones, though. So, it's up to you whether Astor keeps that or gives it to somebody who actually uses strength to
I
attack.
feel like Tolkien might just
Yeah.
absolutely ruin some shit with
That
that.
would be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is Tolkien's strength? 1 minute. Is that
Probably.
replace
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
Tolkien's strength is 16.
16.
So yeah, 23 would be an extra plus one,
Wow.
two, an extra plus 3
Wow.
to hit and damage. For an hour though, so it's one of those when do we actually use it items.
Final fight sort of business. Or
Yeah.
So Kat, you were going to hang out with Clonk and Chukka.
Yeah, we're gonna chill.
Cool.
Tell
Yeah,
each other stories, do impressions,
yeah, they've got a nice nest
Fresh.
set up on the hill. One of the the fingers of the hill here, and
Mhm.
very very homey pile of trash with lots of shiny
Yeah.
objects in it.
Sweet.
And yeah, you can relate your you do engage in some traditional Kenku storytelling where you
It's very much like C-3PO talking to the Ewoks.
Yes, precisely. That's exactly where I was going. You're just doing impressions, and then there was this guy, and yeah.
Here's his theme music. I decided.
So make a we'll go with what you're trained in. Make a persuasion check to see how well you win these folks over. Oh yeah,
Pretty
they
well.
love it. Yes, very impressive. So you learn a little bit about their background. They were trained by a hang on, I lost their background. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm just going to go look and make sure I've got it actually right. So they were trained they were captured as young ones by the Dwergar and trained in building and blacksmithy and whatnot, and eventually they were saved more or less by Mad Maggie during a fight with these Dwergar, and they basically owe their lives to her. So now, rather than being enslaved by the Dwergar, they are more, working for Mad Maggie to pay off, their debts to her, since she pretty much she's a fey creature that works in favors and whatnot.
Sure. Yeah.
They've lost. They don't have their normal weapons that you would associate with Kenku, which are, from the monster entry, usually bows and swords and whatnot.
Sure.
Chukka has a pike that, it's basically a spear, but it has a reach of 10 feet, obviously.
Yeah.
It is silvered because, of course, we're not doing anything non-magical here. But more interestingly, Clonk has a Hellfire Warhammer that has a flat edge on the back that he also uses for tinkering on stuff. It's got a punchy edge on one side and a flat edge on the other, and Hellfire weapon.
Wow.
So there's a couple interesting things about Hellfire weapons. With your 26, you definitely get while hanging out with these two, you find out that Hellfire weapons are very much involved in soul transference. Anyone killed by a Hellfire weapon has their soul stolen and dropped into hell.
Oh shit!
But also the reverse is true. Any soul coin punched by a Hellfire weapon will crack open, releasing the soul inside.
Sweet. Awesome. Chunk, do you know where I can get, like, maybe borrow? Could I lease something?
Oh, he's not gonna let that.
Not yours. But do you know where I could, like, find another one that I might be able to borrow for just a project?
That's a good question. Who else has Hellfire weapons? Probably, I'm certain. Gears people. Have Hellfire weapons. Let's look up Hellfire weapon. Who's got a Hellfire weapon?
We might just need to raid a small battalion.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely you ran into, well, you maybe saw, I don't think you were in the group that interacted with those sort of terrifying devil knights that the one tossed Tatulka her first soul coin back in the city for a tip to where the demons were. They're known as a Narzagon. They their lances are Hellfire weapons.
Interesting.
So the higher ups
Yeah.
Not your regular
Yeah.
devils, but your higher ups in Gears organization are going to have the.
Well, I suppose failing finding one ourselves, we can always bring. Yeah. So if we tried to put Ballum back together right now, we don't have any resurrection magic, so we couldn't do that. And would his soul, immediately be put back into the system if it were cracked open
if you
now?
cracked his soul open now, no. So there are people whose job it is to collect wandering souls who have not been processed properly into grubs and lemures, or not grubs, larvae. So maybe don't do it too close to Eliak, or not Eliak, whoever was Eliak's shop of grubs.
Yeah.
Or it's not Eliak, the next all over,
Yeah.
the hobgoblin is Neff.
Right.
But yeah, so if you cracked it open now, his soul would be loose, wandering hell on its own, and it would only be a matter of time before it attracted the attention of some soul collectors. So you would need to get some resurrection magic.
Clonk, have you ever cracked open one of those soul coins just for kicks? See what happens?
Oh, sure, he's a tinker. He's gonna. That's definitely a thing. Hey, I wonder if this will break that. Yes, it will. Wow, that was cool.
Does the soul just come out right there, or what happens?
Oh yeah, he does a great impression of a screaming soul being ripped out of a soul coin, and being very confused about where it is, and what's going on in its non-life now. So
cool. Yeah, it sounds like we should probably go back to Gramagal's before we do this operation. Don't want to cause any soul trauma.
Right. Let's see. I'm sure I can get an item. No, I can't open Eliak's shop either. Neat. Can I open anything?
Are you on the wrong setting on the map?
No, I don't think so. It's just clearly got some issues. Well, anyway, I will.
I can't either right now.
Yeah. We've maybe fixed it for Robin. I don't know.
It's borked.
Or maybe it's completely broken now.
I think I can get into it, but that doesn't do anything useful. So.
Cool.
All right. Messed up.
I was going to throw a. I can probably just make a new one.
Excuse me.
I thought there was an angry dog.
No, just goblin being goblin.
Nice.
Drinking a shitty beer at nearly 1 afternoon.
Now my whole thing's stopped moving.
Oh no.
There we go. Yeah, LAX drop is completely borked at this point.
Oh well.
Well, that's working well. I was going to find out that he's closed for the day. I was going to find out the price of a scroll of Raised Dead or something, but guess he's done for the day.
Oh.
I opened it, so
there's the problem. Yeah. Eddie touched it, it's broken.
No. Pretty sure that's my mom's actual superpower, though.
Things that are touched.
Yeah, it's stunning how quickly a machine will just break.
That's an impressive skill and power, I will say.
Yeah.
It finally opened, maybe.
Oh. Well, I exited it, so.
Ah. Wild.
For a while, my superpower
Yeah,
was
now I've got it too.
I see.
oh boy.
Oops. It says it's a loot sheet, though. It needs to be switched to a merchant sheet. There we go.
I just want to click loot all, please.
For a while,
Yeah.
my superpower was picking the slowest lane in traffic, no matter what.
Yeah.
Nice.
But then I realized that's almost everyone's superpower, so
It's kind of a herd immunity thing. Like, enough people have that superpower, and it's conferred to everyone.
yeah. Sucks. But I don't drive fast much anymore, so
Mm.
so it's not a big deal.
Ah.
It's a lot more fun to just drive really slow in front of like big trucks and stuff, honestly.
Raised Dead. I'm gonna see if. Let's see, what have I got? Got 61 platinum.
How much is it? Resurrect? Oh, 2560. I've got 688 gold, I guess.
I'm gonna.
So Raised Dead is the cheaper one.
Yeah.
But nobody can definitely cast it. Because it's a higher level than Igrin can cast, so there would be a spellcasting ability check to properly cast it.
Could Gramagal cast it?
Yeah.
No, he's not a
He's a
cleric.
wizard.
Correct.
Gotcha.
We just grind until Ingrid is ready.
Yeah. Let's take out the entire werebore everything.
That's it. Just in
What's
the
the
forest killing.
what's I guess level that Ingrid can cast that at?
I think one more cleric level. What are you? Level 4 cleric, and oh no, sorry, it's level 5. I was thinking it was class level 5. So Igrin would have to be level 9 in cleric to cast that, and they've got 2 levels of rogue, so that would be that'd be level 11 total in order to be able to cast. In order to guaranteed cast that, otherwise it is. It says on the item there. It'd be a wisdom check. DC 17.
Could Amiria cast it?
Miria can probably cast it without needing a scroll.
The War Priest. War Priest of the Hell Riders.
Yeah, we have the Hell Riders.
Yeah.
No. We have a simpler way to do this.
Do we?
I just look at the stars, and then when I know it's the time that's right, and you have a roll that's actually like a perfect 20 or whatever, that's the day you cast that spell.
Oh.
Interesting.
All we have to do is wait for the stars to be right.
Mm-hmm.
And tap to be like, yeah, okay, today is a 10. Nope, not good enough. Nope. There's a 15. Nope, not good enough. You got a 20. There's a perfect score.
I just checked the stats. Igrin would need a 14 on the die in order to successfully cast that spell.
Okay.
That's not impossible.
That's not at all impossible.
You just gotta wait till the stars are right.
All right.
Are there
I need
stars
to
yet?
actually buy the thing first.
Okay.
How much?
Question. Do stars happen here?
What's that, Teddy?
Do stars happen in?
They do here, yeah. I mean, they're slightly offset, They're a little bit different because of the different orbit, but yeah.
Okay. Making sure it isn't continually.
Though, well, I've been allowing. I'm not going to nerf Jay's, feat power. Thematically, the Starseer can detect where the Skyseer can detect where the stars are, but I'm pretty sure Giza is tidally locked, and it's always burning hot daylight here.
Yeah.
except I'm sure there's a dark side where it's bitterly cold. I'll reference whichever plane of hell it is that is all icy if you go over there.
I like that. That's actually really cool. That's why it's like, oh shit, nothing grows.
Okay,
sleep,
not
changes.
by not buying one of the potions of superior healing, I can afford this raise debts.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Do you
Woo.
need help? Or, you got it already. Okay.
I got
mean,
it.
Before we do anything, though, we still have to get the contract annulled because otherwise
Yes.
it's pointless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. So
Well,
on.
does that have to be in that order, or?
That's a risk management decision for you. The if
I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, if he dies again immediately or something like.
right,
That-
Yeah.
if he dies again immediately, his soul will go back to where it was, or maybe a different place. Further, hell does not take kindly to escaped souls, especially bargained for ones that shouldn't be here in the first place. Getting away, so you probably would, probably, says the DM, spawn some pursuers who would be after Balam's soul.
Yeah, we don't need repo. Yeah.
So, on that note, we had talked with Mahadi about various places that you might be able to get information, I think. You had been looking at the Tower of
Yeah.
there's a
the
mad
mage.
However, it's in the middle of a lava lake.
Sure. Well, those fire resist potions are.
Yeah, and we
doing
still
like
fire resistant water walking.
Yeah, I want to talk to Flylack and see if he's made any progress. Like,
Well, yeah. See if he wants anything.
could you get us a hovercraft or something?
Well, yes, he has, conveniently. He's made some decent progress. He's starting to put together a basic chassis. Let's go to Fort Knucklebone. I can unhide the thing he's working on.
Ooh, a reveal.
A reveal. I'll just.
Adonde?
It's not here yet.
Okay.
I need to get it to. No, that's not right.
Okay. Yeah, it's less annoying. Oh, you like that.
Oh wow, I'm real close to Mickey right now, aren't I?
In the northwest corner of the Fort Knucklebone, you can see the plans he's working on. It's not nearly constructed to that level yet.
Okay.
We have what is essentially a war machine, similar to what you've been driving around on, but this one would fly. And
I really appreciate that you've worked chairs into the design. That's really important to me.
Unlike some. So it's actually enclosed mostly. The oval in the middle here is roofed in. The three gunner stations are external. So it's got it can generate its own magical field to keep out the awful things in space. You need a pilot, obviously. It has 3 gunner stations, blah, blah, blah. We can figure out what kind of weapons we want to put on that eventually. However, it's currently just sitting there. Doesn't fly, doesn't move. It's actually, obviously not even that built up yet. He's making deals and getting red caps and mad caps to work for him to get this done. What he needs most of all are 2 things, the DM says slowly as he goes to look up and make sure he doesn't tell you the wrong thing. One is an item known as a mythalar.
Spell, please. Thank you.
I shall.
I hear you.
Mythalar.
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 Okay.
It is an orb of. They come in various sizes, and what it does is it's basically a nexus of magical energy. It's an orb that can be. The biggest ones he's seen are like as far as 50 feet across. Smaller ones, he only would need one, maybe a foot or two around for a vehicle of this size. What it does is it is a transportation magic item that when whoever's controlling it, it moves them, the item itself, and anything the item is connected to up to a limit in size, and basically in defiance of physics. So it's your magical flying. What's it that you put in a flying ship to keep it aloft?
That the Heart of Sigyn.
The Heart of Sigyn is probably one of these.
Okay.
Could be. Could be.
Wax.
Well, it's a race then.
But
Oh, it's probably in the ship crash.
Yeah.
And secondly, he needs fuel rods to keep this thing going. Those are, probably potentially also available at that thing, the wrecked
Do you
flying
think the
fortress.
Golden Legion would have Mythalars? They're they're spacefaring folk, right?
They might.
Okay.
So we're looking for some Chardalyn rods to
Chardalyn.
Hastor has some shards of Chardalyn that the Dwergar were mining.
I was going to ask Clonk and Chukka about it since they were miners and stuff for
the
Dwergar.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, we've pretty much got the same information. Their impression was that there was some great project that the Dwergar were working on. This was 5 years ago or so when they were actually when they were with them. They've been away from there for some time, but that they were working on getting enough Chardalyn to make in Clonk's impression a golem or Titan or something.
A real big one that can move plates about yay big.
Maybe.
Fucking.
With the magic infusing properties of Chardalyn, that thing could have, it could have levitation abilities. It could have pretty much any spell you can put into it. It would store and then be able to release when it wanted. So it probably wouldn't have to be as big as Born, who just used brute strength to be able to, lift the Axis seal.
Right.
Also, it's a focusing. So it focuses magic, so it'd probably be less vulnerable to the wild magic effect on Axis Island, which made everything go pear-shaped. Last 7 times somebody did this.
Well, I guess geographically, where do you tend to find Chardalyn?
Mostly,
or is it easier to just kind of buy it?
It's it mostly shows up in places that are strong in magic. It's basically the effect of certain minerals being infused with magic transforms them into this naturally occurring, basically enchanted rock. So
are there minerals that are more prone to it?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Are there minerals that are more prone to that than others? Like
volcanic?
Structures or
Yeah, places of much turmoil. Yes, so volcanic rock, fault lines, any places where there have been large magical events, such as the cataclysm that destroyed the Yarosol archipelago, but when it was previously a continent or a I don't know if you do we have a world map on here? Not in I did a world map. So the area between Danor and Reeser, before the orc shenanigans to protect the world was a landmass. It was shattered during the original Axis Seal ritual.
That looks like it would be actually really great adventure material.
Right.
Once we've got water breathing shit.
Mythia probably has quite a bit. In fact, the null magic zone in Danor might be a result of all of the magical energy there just being trapped by the Chardalyn.
All right.
Also, they believe the Shawl Mountains up in up in northern Drakkar, have a lot of Chardalyn there as well.
Nice. Okay, so Chardalyn, when it's in a usable form, would it look anything like an eye?
Not necessarily.
Okay, just a shot in the dark.
I was looking
it's
at
crystal. It has a big crystal formation. It's kind of a matte gray, but it's matte, but with seemingly an interior sheen to it. So magic rock. What were you gonna say, Hetty?
I was looking at the map of Gisa, trying to see what kind of features might have that.
Yeah.
Beyond just going under High Hall Cathedral and going nuts. I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we could just go under there, but I was thinking either the mountains or or Willick's Maw or Gears 4. Wow. 1 minute, I'm seeing a theme.
I'm going to change this monument to Tiamat into a monument to Haran. There.
Does anyone remember Haran anymore?
I'm going to assume. So I was actually thinking about this the other day that Haran was definitely a clergy god of air, since there's such a connection between dragons and air in this place. Just sort of, Haran's original dragonborn thing, and of course having the freaking Horcrux of Bahamut for so long, definitely is dragon themed. Probably there's a Baron myth of Haran being split into several parts, which became Bahamut and Tiamat and whatnot, where the clergy would consider that to be heresy, and Haran is a beneficial human, obviously, god of air and
God.
I think I went with air and space maybe for the aspects for Haran, because I wanted to get all 8 of the planets assigned to the 4 Blue Moon Bastards who I had to work with before Vaic was before Jose was in the game. Before I was thinking about Vaic, rather.
Fine. I was just wondering because Haran did not really like the whole god thing in general.
No.
Whatever version of god of her is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Whatever worshipped version of her is incorrect.
So I don't think we ever got into this in the original Zeitgeist, but it's Ryan Knox's headcanon. He has not made a policy, even though it's his world, because everybody can do their own things with their own worlds. But his game doesn't have any actual gods. The only gods are the things made by the ritual of apotheosis, which are created from people's beliefs, and so it's not actually Srasama inhabited something. It's
another way of making a thought form.
Yeah, precisely. So in his world building, there were no actual gods doing anything godlike. Yeah, so everything was just people doing, with their own faith. This is clearly been skewed to some degree, and those various things, but in the last 100 years at least, have come to life, and probably as a result of opening up the solar system for a while and getting polluted with regular D&D lore. So your characters, the Blue Moon Bastards, definitely created this world, but potentially then just fucked right off, and
Sounds
but
smart.
memories of them have manifested as these various aspects of gods. That would be my impression. I'm not sure how much of that is known by your characters. Not sure how much of that comes from the extra history that we have here, or if that's just DM babbling about world building. But
Well, I think Igbrand suspects that there are no real gods.
See, and that's who Haran would like.
Yeah.
A god who doesn't like gods is like, yeah, there aren't any. Good job. Get off my lawn of gods.
So yes, this also gives me free reign to do whatever the fuck I want with them, because they are just aspects of people's belief in what Willick should be, or what Shiver should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not sure where we were.
I'm looking for Chardolin location.
Yeah.
Chardolin, excuse me.
Right now, Wild Chardolin, would serve his purpose, but refined Chardolin fuel rods would work best. They probably
Do you have the infrastructure to smelt those here, or?
Probably.
Look what he just built. Of course he does.
Maybe. But your best bets are going to be possibly Gears Forge over there. There might be a supply in the... there might still be a supply in the Wrecked Flying Fortress, depending on how well scavenged it is. That's a bit of a...
Wrecked Flying Fortress. That's probably a good place to look for one of them orbs, too, huh?
Indeed.
Or start looking.
Ooh,
there's
Crypt
also the Stygian Dock here, which is an aerial dock for flying fortresses. There are several still flying about. It's rumored that Ameria's base is a flying fortress, which is never stays in one place.
Okay. I was wondering where Amiria's stuff was, because I could find Willick and gear, and yet.
Yeah.
Come on, where is it?
In fact, people will tell you they've seen, several. There's at least 3 of these flying fortresses. The only reason people know that is because they've seen 3 in the sky at the same time. Could be 100, or it could be, just those 3. Just every once in a while. You haven't seen any, but every once in a while there'll just be a flying fortress go by.
Jeez. Okay. Sam just looks around at the wasteland and rubs his temples and says, I need to go lie down again.
Yeah.
Hell is just too complex. I want to go home.
Yeah, this ship is our best chance right now of going home, unless we can... Well, I guess there's also get Sid Minos free of its chains and then just sort of drift back to Earth slowly.
I can lift a lot of things, but the weight on my shoulders starting to get a big heavy.
It's just your shell, dude.
How are you? Do you not want to hold on to the coins anymore?
No, the coins are fine. I'm just
sure?
I'm just looking at all the things we have to do.
Oh, you don't have to do any of these. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of content here. You can kind of just skip through it, but yeah. Get flying machine stuff. and get Balam's contract and get Balam raised from the dead. That is one way out. Another, there are far more detailed, complicated ways out as well. But yeah,
I say we should go for the contract first. I mean, if we're stuck here, this sounds like there is multiple ways around things. We'll eventually be able to, but the contract is the first step.
Right.
I
Is getting
assume.
the contract going to attract attention that will prevent us from getting other stuff done first?
That's a question worth asking. Yeah.
Well, not if it's handled legally. And actually, here's something to think about. If there is a legal process, it might take some time. So we might have to go out.
Of course, it will take time. It's bureaucrats on hell.
Yeah, no, that's unlikely. Once we find where it is and then get our lawyers looking at it, then we can go around getting the ship stuff.
Yeah, and maybe we can raise Balam while that appeals process is happening.
Yeah, like a little statue of like as the process is in review, we can break the rules a little bit.
So basically, using our time, using the, I guess, legal system time to then work on other stuff. Right?
Yeah,
I'm all for multitasking, but that's me.
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay, so we have to go to the Mad Wizard dude.
Yeah, it seems like a good place to start.
Does Mad Maggie know anything about this guy?
Yeah, that would be helpful, actually.
They both went to the same school.
The Mad School. They both have T-shirts.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's unlike her. He's a crazy old spellcaster who is hiding out on Hell for reasons unknown. Clearly because he couldn't deal with the real world, so had to come here. He's got his own little army of demons that protect the tower, and he's a mini faction unto himself. Doesn't really work with the others, but the tower comes and goes. The tower will disappear and reappear in the sky, and she's pretty.
Why
sure.
does he know where? If he's mad, why does he know where all the contracts are for the people? For the souls?
Got well, he might not know, but he's gonna have your best bet on knowing who would know or knowing how to know. He knows everything.
What? Why would a crazy person know how? Never mind.
Are you implying that the title "mad" means something negative and?
The filing system in Hell, yeah, I guess that totally makes sense that only a mad person would know where to find anything.
Yeah, cool.
It's not an anagram for something, right?
Damn.
No.
Mages against
Acronym.
Acronym, I mean.
Mages against devils, maybe.
If we want his help, how should we approach? Do you think?
Humbly, make sure he's like most wizards. He's very very isolationist, but also egotistical. So convince him that he's the most important thing to you, and only he can help you, and boost up his ego, and
okay, narcissist protocol.
Sounds very. Actually, I mean, we won't lie that much. So
no,
because it sounds like he actually is the only hope we have. Rubbing my temples even more.
He's in his tower's in the middle of it's not lava, it's a lake of boiling blood.
That's easier to cross.
Yeah.
Fire resistance, can they get through boiling blood?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got fire resistance, and I can cast walk on water, which is any liquid form.
Nice.
I mean, you still take damage from your feet. The part,
but just walking on boiling water.
You won't sink.
Fire resist should take care of
that. Yeah.
Since I can touch boiling water with my bare hands for a short amount of time. So.
Right.
I mean,
it might be worth it to, like, I don't know, bring a boat with us on a rope.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say.
Just in case.
Sure.
Boat on a rope.
Boat on a rope.
Floating should be pretty easy to carry.
We get a canoe, a dinghy.
They can assemble something here. Also, there are there's a big river of awfulness going through this place that undoubtedly has boats and ferries and whatnot. Certainly, you're gonna have to get your vehicle across the river.
Which means we have to go to the Stygian dock.
Well, that's a sky dock.
Oh, okay. It's not a water dock. Okay, because you're right. There's this lake of lava in between the lake of blood.
Well, if this guy has a lot of information, we may be able to figure out where we can get the ship supplies from him as well. So.
Yeah.
All right. Has everybody long rested, and is that the plan?
I'm not yet long rested.
Okay, the big one is the path to there. We had talked about hitting the sundered chains along the way.
Just giving it a snack or a...
I'm gonna draw. Can I draw on this thing that everybody can see?
On the map? Probably.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to draw something.
Are you on the Giza map?
Yeah, I gotta go. Boom,
No,
boom,
there it is. I see it.
Boom, oops.
Oh.
It's really cool watching this in real time, not gonna lie.
I don't know. There's my suggestion. It kind of avoids a lot of things. We can hit one of these. I know it's air duct, but maybe there is something across this lake of lava with our car.
Yeah.
And then we can hit this sundered chain and kind of investigate the sundered chain because it sounds like the same kind of chain stuff that they're pulling the city down with.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
like it destroys it.
Then we can hit the wizard if the wizard's there.
Yeah.
We might have to camp out for a couple days.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know, but it avoids big circles around things. It avoids that thing. Avoids that thing. Avoids this thing.
What are you avoiding?
That puts
yeah. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Whatever that is. Whatever that is. I mean, we do have to drive through the wasteland, but I think, better safe than sorry.
I think we're going to be sorry anyways, but maybe just less so.
I mean, how much guilt do you have in your heart?
Hosea was Catholic.
Somehow I heard, how much goat do you have in your heart? Ooh. I'm like, what?
That sounds better.
I mean, that is so much better.
I've replaced your vehicle marker with the current Triceratops.
Sweet.
Yes.
This game is ridiculous. This is not Dungeons and Dragons. This is monsters and wasteland and hell.
Yes.
Are you complaining?
Furry wasteland in hell.
Sounds great.
I don't know. This is right up my alley. I'm here for it.
All right. So is that the plan? Is that what we're doing?
I just do that. I don't want to speak for anybody, but you know what? I just had that in mind. That was my idea.
Sounds like
and there's no way to get this. There's no way to get the materials that Flylack needs.
Not on the path.
Without doing this, right?
There might be ways. That's why another thing we're gonna ask the mage.
Where was that? Oh yeah, the broken ship is way down here at the bottom, so it's not like it's on our way anywhere.
No.
Yeah, Flylack believes you could find at least some of what he's looking for in the wreck of the Flying Fortress. The problem I was getting to is basically either the wrecked Flying Fortress came down and has been scavenged by the various wasteland raiders, and what you're looking for has been taken away from there, or the whatever is living in the wreck of the Flying Fortress, or whatever remains of its magical defenses, are too strong, which means everything you need is there, but you have to deal with some shit.
Right. Well, that's why we're going on this information hunt first, so we don't waste our time.
Has Mad Maggie ever tried to go through that fortress?
No, but that's a great idea. Maybe she'll send some boys over soon.
Oh. Well, let us know how that goes.
Yes, please.
Send people we don't like. Just in case.
Right.
Yeah, can we stay in contact with you, Mad Maggie?
Just come back.
Hey, Scott,
Yes.
I got a sending stone, so.
Hang on. What's up, Jose?
question. So I was looking at the route that Jay traced out, and I see that we still have to cross this portion of the river. I was looking and just, I don't know, hairball idea here, or harebrained idea here. I
knew it. Glide down from that fucking cliff. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I know. It was the most obvious thing. but by this point, I don't know. I don't know how big that cliff is, how tall it is. Would be over.
Is this Jose suggesting this, or is this?
That's a good question too. Whose idea is this?
As a small reminder, Jose and Nibla are both Chaos Muppets anyway, so might as well. I was just to satisfy my curiosity, so I could stop thinking about it.
Plan B. We don't know if we can get across with this dock place right here.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll keep it in mind because we're like Stygian dock meat. Not like they might look at us and go, "Hell no!" Everybody tries and jumps off the cliff.
Over here.
Okay. In that case, I just at least wanted to satisfy my curiosity. That's all I needed. So thank you. But Team Chaos Muppet over here is all for it. Just saying.
Okay.
We might need to up the engine a bit to clear the distance for a jump like that.
Plan B. Plan B.
How are we feeling about dropping a soul coin or two? I know Ingrid probably wouldn't feel right about that, but
no.
Nibla's fine with it.
Yeah.
Soulka does not like that.
No.
So,
moving on.
Sam, you had asked Mad Maggie about the likelihood of keeping in touch with her remotely. You guys do have sending stones.
Oh yeah.
But if you bring that up, or in fact, she might bring it up herself. She's going to point out that all magical communication here is easily listened to by high-level devils. So she prefers, in fact, she doesn't use it. Mahadi, for whatever reason, is more than happy to respond when you hold his weird bead or whatever it was. But Mad Maggie is not interested in remote communication because that just tells the devils where you are and what you're planning.
Did you?
This-
Careful what
good
you
to
say
know.
on your cell phones.
They're probably already watching us.
Yeah.
Ooh. Drop something.
I mean, I'd like to think we were effective enough that they are, anyways.
We're not effective enough yet. I don't think we've actually done enough damage to do anything except for teleport out of a city onto a worse place on the ground.
Well, it means that we definitely shouldn't be talking about our plans to free Sid Minos at all.
Not on a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Needle just puts away her big banner and tattoos that say "Free Sid Minos." just quietly. Anyway, Shorty has the big gold "fuck you."
So, yeah. So the five of you, there is you have two vehicles. Remember, you have Sam's whatever was made out of the wreckage of. I think you made a new bike for Sam with a sidecar. I don't recall.
That was one of the requests. Yes.
Yeah. You've also got a vehicle with five. You've got this chomp monster, this Tricerachomps, has 5 stations. One driver, 2 guns, and 2 melee stations. You also have at your disposal your new hench boar, Baron Jibs.
Yeah.
Who knows how Triceratops works and is
Nice.
more than happy to instruct others in how it works. And he
I want to ask him. Okay, if we need to get across the river, where do we go? Are there bridges? Is there
ferries. There's ferries. You just got to pay a coin.
soul coin?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Do what we have to do, but
Mhm.
Pretty much anywhere where there's a tower, there's an attendant ferry.
Okay.
So, even when there's like just one by itself, there will be a ferry that's based there that comes to the opposite shore and whatnot. So you can approach a tower on this side or just sort of the opposite bank from a tower, and there's a way to signal for, hey, we need a ferry.
Are there what are the usual ways to tell a counterfeit soul coin?
You just know. It's unless you've got really good enchantment on it, so that when you touch it, you can feel the very unique feeling of despair and anger that is that you get when touching a soul coin. A soul coin without a soul in it is worthless. And
Lilac.
Lilac.
You're familiar with these.
Despair and anger.
Feeling of receiving a soul coin, yeah?
Also familiar with despair and anger. Yes.
Yeah. Would it be possible for you to induce that feeling in a recipient of a counterfeit coin?
Oh, probably. Let me look at my stats. Oops.
Counterfeit coin. Oh, how angry at us.
You know what? Sure.
You want to come pay a ferryman for us?
Actually, another thing, can Flylac access the soul in there without
Tearing it up?
Yeah, without hurting it?
No. That's
Okay.
getting the information. That's, contacting the soul uses up its essence.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's through the interface of the soul coin or contacting it with, some sort of telepathy spell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe one of these people suck,
Right.
I mean, I was going to say, their souls went to hell, but clearly Clearly, that happens to a lot of people.
It's like the good
Yeah,
place.
That's just kind of like a foible, depending.
Right?
It's a little mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Flylock can come along. We don't have that ship yet, Sam. Sam is in the cool ship. Obviously, Flylock will point out that if we had if the flying machine was done, we wouldn't have to pay anybody anything. But
Yeah, that is something to think about.
But I guess I can stop my work here to come along and.
I don't know. I think Flylock needs to stay here and finish this ship.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But if Flylock wants parts,
then
then
just go get the parts.
Yeah, we'll get the parts and we'll bring them back to him. I mean,
okay.
you can't carry this ship around. I mean, we have to come back here anyway.
We can find another way to get, Do the ferrymen ever take, like, barter?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Sure, we can find a way.
I mean, I don't want to give up. We got a couple of soul coins. I mean, I don't want to give them up if we don't have to. But I mean, we do what we got to do. It's just the way
Yeah.
things work.
There's no ethical consumption in hell.
Yep.
Ain't that the truth? Quotes the soul of all.
Yeah, well, you get a good feeling from the from your bag of holding.
All right. I think that all works out.
Okay. The only thing to determine is who's going into which seats for the drive.
Okay.
Somebody shoot better than me.
Fort Knucklebone or
the map doesn't matter. I'm just
okay.
We've got the driver's seat, the 2 harpoons. Actually, let's see. The Infernal Wastes, I think, has the vehicle still on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Does
15.
anyone else want to try driving this thing? I mean, I'm fine staying here at the wheel.
Jibs certainly knows how to drive it. If you want, he also he can work pretty much any position on that vehicle.
Is this a spot?
Let me here. I will illustrate the spots with Jibs's.
Okay.
Oh, wastes. Okay, there we go.
Oh, computer, what's going on?
There. You got two harpoon guns, one chomper, one spiky tail, and one driver's seat, which is right by the.
Okay. I can take a harpoon gun. I've got. Unless there are people with higher decks than 16 who want it instead.
I have a 16.
I've got a 15. Both of you should be on harpoon gun.
Okay.
So we got a Nibla and Ingrid on harpoons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I'll go by the tail if you guys want, and I can shoot from there also.
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Oh, man. Fine. Sorry, the Infernal Waste map isn't loading up for me.
Yeah, it'll take a minute because it's got so many assets on it.
Oh, okay. No, that's perfectly understandable then.
I'm just on my motorcycle.
Okay.
Right.
Do you have a sidecar on your motorcycle?
Yeah, we have reassembled the sidecar.
Yeah.
So I know that I can definitely do well on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Hester wants to take other harpoon, then.
So yeah, so it'll be Ingrid and Hestor on the harpoons, and then Nebula and Sam on the bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
Sounds good.
did you put a bike over here somewhere?
And then
Yeah,
Toka's
you just ran away from it.
You wanna
right.
look at-
Oh no,
Oh, it was really hard to see with the graphics. Okay, I see
being
it.
with the chops.
No worries.
Great.
All right, I'll move it to.
I see it. Yep.
And I
Wait,
will
wait a minute.
restore its hit points, because it's now a new bike that actually has hit points.
Oh yeah, we gotta repair it.
Got it replaced.
And we can use the parts from your other vehicle to get the demon grinder, Triceratops. Probably going to have to mortgage the Triceratops to pay for all the parts that Flylac is using to make a. Probably gonna have to trade in Triceratops when Flylac gets the flying thing going.
Gladly.
Yeah.
Gladly to be able to sit in an
Oh.
actual chair.
Sam's bike has lost its bits.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Goodness.
Let me see what I can
Like,
do.
Yeah, I broke that. Sorry.
No
I
worries.
totally broke.
Ooh, everything's broken. All right. Well, I don't have any vehicle combat planned for you this week, so I will debug what's going on with the vehicle controls
Cool.
for future. Just wanted to, know who was where for more, thematic reasons and whatnot.
So the moment the icons and all the cars start working, we got to keep our eyes out.
Correct.
Wow, this particular map's very rendered. Wow.
I think what happened, Jay, is with the area of the Triceratops is grabbed a hold of your bike. Yeah, the control for that took over. Anyway, that's not important right now. We'll sort that out. I'll sort that out. One of these weeks. But Sam's on the bike with Nibla. We've got we've got everybody else in the main vehicle. We're leaving Baron Jibs in charge of driving. It looks like.
No, I'm gonna drive actually.
Okay.
Baron Jib, no.
Okay, I had those swapped. So okay.
I put myself in the wrong one because I didn't realize where the driver's seat was.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's basically right behind the steering wheel space. I have to leave that as a separate space so that the. Oops. Oh. Sam's bike is now. I can now move Sam's bike with the steering wheel, but the bike is like 30 feet away from the steering wheel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not important right now. So anyway, is there any more preparations you want to make before heading out? We're leaving Flylac to work on his project. Or no, we're bringing him along to pay the ferryman.
We're leaving him.
Okay.
It could be a good, if we really need to pay an exorbitant amount or something, but not for right now.
Okay. Cool. Let's go to the Giza map. It's hot and awful as usual. Let's get a weather test. 111 degrees. Sun is completely obscured by ash. Possible ashfall today. Very nice.
So, Arizona during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a few months ago. Yeah. With the fall.
Just cool.
Oh, everything's orange. That's cool.
So generally where you're going by following your map here. Let's see. Do you still want to stick with this course? This course you've drawn up, Jay, does go right by one of these watchtowers, which means it should have ferry access according to the information you've got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless somebody else has some opinions. Spellbook, it's the next day. Let's just get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna start checking for resurrection spells?
All right. might be a little bit early, but we're just gonna make this work. Okay, Ingrid, I've been watching the stars. I woke up.
Yeah.
Maybe there's the stars in my head because it's really bright, but I had a vision. So now you pick what it is. It's a result of a roll. Do I roll or do you roll?
It's up to you. It's up to y'all.
Let me just roll this and see if it can replace a spell casting. Well, you apply it.
It would be an ability check. It's an ability check, so that
Yeah.
would be the one you're going for. If that's
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20. Yeah, you can.
Same.
That's not good enough.
Today is not the day.
Stars are not in the line.
Yeah.
Don't.
Keep in mind that whenever we do this, we're gonna need to also have a hell something weapon.
Oh yeah, we'll have to.
Right, and I mean,
The stars realize this.
Clunk is happy to loan his thing.
Sure.
If you want to do all this at Fort Knucklebone, but
Yeah.
he's not really, free from his life debt.
He doesn't want to go
Mad
anywhere.
Maggie.
Yeah.
He's certainly not going to go to Sid Minos and Grandma's Tower and all that. So
Yeah.
Well, just in case you ever roll a 1 on our next day or however long these last. There you go.
Okay.
You can replace it.
Thank you.
This is the next one.
The next time, it's before the end of the encounter. I'm hand waving that part. Whatever, you can see what's going on in the stars. But so your next ability check, you can either make it a 7 or opt to make a new roll. Your choice. You'll probably make a new roll unless it's something that's super easy. Okay, so you guys, it seems to take. So I need to add Sid Minos to this map. Let me do that. It's basically.
Where is it? Do we see it up above?
It's basically here.
Ah, okay.
Like chained above the river and being dragged down.
I see.
Wait a minute.
What? Oh.
That means if it's being dragged down right there, it's going to divert the lava somewhere. Somebody's got some development plans that wants to wipe that.
Well, there is an established river through the middle.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it'll actually function pretty well.
Yeah.
There's established drainage throughout the city, Jay. It's
I'm thinking they're going to put that there and somebody's going to dam so somebody doesn't like the way the water's flowing already. So.
And I mean, they don't have to dunk it completely in the river. Maybe it's just kind of close, Maybe they have higher cliffs than they did. Who knows?
Maybe they're planning to flood out all the tunnels underneath the place.
Dang it.
So the drive from Sid Minos to Fort Knucklebone took X amount of time. You kind of knew where you were going. You have a better idea of where you're going now, simply from the descriptions you've gotten from everyone. And you're not being led by insane murder gremlins, except for Niebla. And the distance on your map looks like it's about 3 times as far as the trip from Sid Minos to Fort Knucklebone. It actually takes about half as long. You're driving out into the wastes here. It's very kind of scrubby grassland here with, indeed, strange worm things reaching up occasionally out of the landscape. But it's fine. Nothing stops you. It's easy enough to see where you're going.
You have to add worm things. You could have just said wildlife.
They're there. They're definitely worm things.
It's definitely worm things.
Yeah, you drew the path right over them.
Right? You even left space for this one to be able to grab.
Something that looks suspiciously like whale dick comes out of the ground and
Right. There's this mountain to your left that has, devil horns and You get the distinct, all these things that you can see on the map. You definitely get the impression that they are accurate.
Are they to scale?
No.
Okay.
So who's shooting a little thing like at this? Like, ooh, what is that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know.
What? Where? Oh,
There's
that.
like a little arc described of. Yeah.
Oh no, there's. So
It looks
those
like a
are.
little ballista.
There's.
I mean,
They're all over the place. There's these little circles,
yeah.
and there are runes next to them. Probably the original maps, guide. Guessing at some point they were thinking, well, let's mark the map up in infernal letters, and so that's what they are. They are a key to some guide that no longer exists. So these are just artists has drawn
Gotcha.
circles, being like, look here. So that's a weird. I believe that's the remnants of the circle around this weird demon guy here.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna remove these.
Yeah, there's some serious palimpsest action happening here.
These halos just spawning everywhere. So yeah, everything. You do not, in fact, see a circle here or a catapult, anything like that, or a giant letter floating in the sky. None of that is there, but you do see the worms and the scrub grass, and eventually arrive at this watchtower. What do you know about watchtowers? Let's find out. So the map seems to indicate that this would be like an impressive spire. It is, in fact, a sort of squat, 30-foot tall, 40 feet around tower that it's sort of squarish, really. Seems like it's got some devils on guard. There are chains. It says iron chains. I'm going to go with golden chains hanging from about every 10 feet around the entire thing. Some of them are being used to hold, people, entities who are just bleeding on the watchtower walls. Clearly, they've displeased somebody around here. The grounds around the tower are cleared of any cover or obstruction for about 100 feet around the tower, and you definitely 30-foot tall open topped structure made of black basalt. So these are and as advertised, nearby there is a dock with a ferry that's certainly large enough to carry your vehicle.
All right. Let's just look like we know what we're doing.
Oh boy.
Drive towards the ferry.
Right?
Yep.
Drive toward the ferry. There is a gaunt figure, robed, very, very typical
Stygian ferryman.
Stygian ferryman, is standing there who there's a dock, there's a way to drive onto the ferry, but as you approach, he just stands there holding out one hand as if he would wish to be paid.
I'll park the vehicle a little before him and get out, and I think I have a soul coin.
I think you do too.
Oh, yeah, and I'll ask, is it one of these for passage for our vehicle across the river?
He just kind of looks at you like, why would you even ask? But does not say a single word as he nods slowly.
I hand him the coin and get back in the car. The Tricera wagon.
His hand sort of creepily wraps around the coin, and he withdraws it into his robe, and then he waves you toward the ferry.
All right.
Sweet. I have it on.
All right.
Was
Go ahead.
fairly easier than I thought.
What, Jay?
Nothing.
Oh. There he is.
Yeah.
You posted him.
Yes. The second I heard the open hand, I'm just like, oh no, I know exactly.
Oh, where's his boyfriend?
Zagreus is probably trying to escape.
That's not his boyfriend. You know it.
I
It's
know.
Hermes.
It is Hermes. Hermes totally is his boyfriend.
What's wrong with you? Zagreus is busy. Dating his brother.
I couldn't date anybody else only because it's too familial.
All right, so
All right.
that went easier than expected. You're able to get on the ferry. There's nobody else crossing at this time. And after a wait that seems just a little bit longer than after a wait that seems like it's going to go on forever until finally, as you're starting to wonder, like, what are they waiting for? They move the ferry across the river, and it's slow, very slow moving across the river.
Can I ask what they were waiting for? Since I speak Infernal.
You can, but the ferryman does not speak to you. And then you basically pulled across. There's a chain across the river that the ferry is pulled across by. And then you dock on the other side, and the ferryman waves you off the ferry.
All right.
And you
Next stop, the Sundered Chains.
You can't help but feel that interacting with the bureaucracy of hell has left you injured in some way.
Oh, cool.
Dang it.
So, were there any other people that were getting on the ferry, or was it just us?
It was just you and the ferryman. I forgot you have 2 vehicles. That's 2 coins.
Can't we load the bike up onto the chomp?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just pick it up gently in its little mouth.
Sure.
That's ideal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like bike rack.
No, it's just salvage here. Yeah.
Bike rack.
All right. So you're across. You're into. There's no longer little grassland and worm things. There's a completely different hell biome over here. It's more more just sandy wastes here.
Gotcha.
And
Was it spending the coin that did it to us?
What's that?
Was it spending the coin?
Probably.
Maybe it might just be its hell, and you decided to do something that is kind of boring and interminable in real life, so it's going to be even worse in hell.
Can Igbrin tell which it is with some insight? Or? Engaged
in public transit in hell. What do you? It's not going to be good. Some more shapes have appeared on the map.
So they have.
Sam making trees wherever he goes. He said we had a delay, so I have an hour to make some plans.
Sure.
That's what you get. Hurry up next time.
And hopefully the ferryman actually likes them. Oh, stop. There you go.
Fuck him.
No, it's fine. Plants make people feel better. And I think they all might just be in a bad mood right now because there's nothing growing around them.
Clearly. You may have an inspiration if you do not already have one, Samuel.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And so yeah, continuing on, it's a beautiful day in hell. Then yes, there are these giant. You eventually come across this giant chain just sort of stretched across your direction of travel. The links in the chain are. That's ridiculous. Okay, no. So the chain itself is spiked. Each link in the chain is about the size of your vehicle. And the chain itself it's broken. It's partially buried under the ash and big chunks of masonry. And it's about, looks like it stretches about a mile long from a massive ring connected to this hill over here. And atop that ring, there seem to be a party of about half a dozen devils doing a ritual of some kind.
Cool.
Just doing their thing.
Yep.
The ring thing. What are they made out of? Are they made out of something special, or is there just a lot of material?
The chains seem to be iron.
Okay.
But yeah, just a lot of material.
Can I tell from here, like, what kind of ritual stuff they're doing?
Make a religion check for me.
Okay.
I can probably tell you what they're saying if that
Can
helps.
Yeah. No. That's a
good question.
Yeah, if you can tell me what they're saying, that might help, actually.
Okay. Can I hear them?
Perception?
Cool.
Okay, they're off in the distance a bit, but 10 will do. Hestor 1.
Yeah.
They're gathered in a circle around one of them who is standing like atop the ring where the chain is attached to the mountain, and he's shouting prayers to Asmodeus into the sky. He is. It looks like he is a chain devil.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. The whole theme.
And Asmodeus is just hell god.
Hell god, yes. He is beyond any of the. Well, you probably need you got a decent religion check. You've got a not one religion check from Igbrand. It is basically a theoretical evil figure that controls all evil everywhere, and to whom some people in hell swear allegiance. Beyond their lesser leaders of this one area.
Right.
Standard D&D.
Are the chain devils all like Gears folk, or are they all like Golden Legion chains?
Yes.
Okay. Checking. All right. What can we tell about the chains and how they were sundered and could be sundered?
You getting closer, looking at it, it's hard to tell what broke these chains, but what exactly.
Right.
But you get the sense it wasn't physical. It was an intense supernatural force. Powerful spell, probably. Belief, something like that. No mere crowbar. No mere giant crowbar will do. Or pry bar, I guess. Crowbar might be offensive.
So any idea on what kind of spell, or just A big one.
A big one. Maybe does not seem like the work of a giant Chardolin bomb.
Okay.
Doesn't mean your idea wouldn't work. It just wasn't somebody else's
Yeah.
idea.
Huh.
Yeah. Can I would it be possible to chip off a piece to bring to Flilac for?
Or even like if there are little bits that are already broken
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, there's bound to be some bits lying around where, one or more of them shattered. Or if you go to the end, it'll be, sort of broken pieces there wherever it came apart. Or, it's just iron. There are plenty of things that this group has that I'm pretty sure can make a ding in a big iron chain, get some metal flex for you.
Cool.
So yeah, bits of.
Well, I mean, if it's iron, then just enough heat will do it.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
Maybe it's just iron now, but maybe there's residual, like, stuff that could be analyzed.
Out of curiosity, does anybody have any acid spells or anything to inflict acid?
I have some etching acid.
No, that's sorry. Out of context, that's a great question from Niebla.
Does anyone have any acid?
Spells.
I got plenty of acid. We're fine on that end. Wink.
Can I just rub Nibla on one of the chains?
See what happens.
The chain has a fantastic adventure on its own.
Chain is slightly stickier than it was before.
But yeah, I have a couple vials of Alka-Hest.
Yeah, that's right. From way back at that place. What did you want to do with the Alka-Hest? Sorry.
I don't know. Jose was asking about acid. It's maybe a way to break some pieces off or analyze further what's going on.
Correct. So the concept is if it's just iron, you can use a caustic or corrosive.
Yeah.
Thing like acid.
Yeah, I'll use one of those up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or use it enough to weaken it where you can do a strike.
Yeah, you can get a sizable chunk or dissolve it into.
If I can, I'd like to get a cross section so it can be.
Oh,
analyzed.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For strength and size and everything, so that our engineer could
where
maybe
the temper is and where
exactly. Yeah.
where it's crystallized,
Figure out exactly how one would place a Chardolin bomb to
exactly
deconstruct this. Yeah.
I'm sure our engineer will help.
Yes, I'm sure you shall.
Sam is just sitting back with his arms folded, going, nodding approvingly.
I don't want to do anything now.
Using natural technology.
I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Acid's actually not a bad idea, I think, but
Yeah.
Acid
Yeah, I think if I can just make sort of a probably soak a string actually. And then I can keep wicking the acid onto the string around the thing and pulling it. Yeah.
Did none of us got like that constant or that what was it, that pitcher that you pour one liquid in and it just has that infinitely until
that would be smart, huh?
Yeah.
No.
We didn't get that, did we?
No, I carry around this etching acid.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
I have to keep all my craft supplies.
Yeah.
That paint was fucking expensive.
Did you get it? I don't think anybody got the. Oh, okay, I didn't
No
know.
one could. It was like
Yeah, we
5,000 or something, wasn't it?
No, yeah, and I needed to buy that raised dead.
Yeah. That paint beat.
That's something to come back for when we've got a flying ship.
Just snag it and run.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, we can call the boat or the lawyer camp anytime we want. So
Yeah, it's not like that Rakshasa can fly or anything.
yeah.
And just something out of curiosity, another thing that has been like mulling around in my head. What are the chances that if we were to get into the contract room after we snag Balaam's contract, we just burn
all of them?
Yeah, burn them all.
I'm really into it, honestly.
Okay, cool.
I think a riot is a good way for us to get out of hell.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. We need to foment some unrest.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly.
Sounds like fun.
So we're gonna chaos muppet this as well.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, especially with how fucking bureaucratic and awfully lawful this place is. Generally, like, done with it. Do not like.
I wish y'all could see the massive ass grin that I have on my face.
Come on. I mean, that's something that both Niebla and Balaam would want.
Oh, absolutely.
Both of them would be hand in hand, burning down everything.
Yeah.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Nothing yet. You won't know until it happens.
Planning.
He already knows.
Excellent.
Chaos muppeting.
All right, so
Snag a cross section of train for analysis.
yes.
I'll put that in my bag. And we can go.
All right, moving on. Not bothering these fine cultists.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fascinating to Igbrand that even here there's religion. Like, whoa. It's just like,
why, dudes?
just the same everywhere. People are just fucking people.
People are people.
Indeed. So, how do we want to approach the tower here then?
Humbly and with many exhortations.
How do you want to cross the lake of boiling blood?
Guns, fire, rootin' and tootin'. No.
Maybe ask nicely. He's probably got all the best crossing points surveilled, so I'm just gonna start shouting at any shimmer I see in the air that we need his help.
Okay.
Hey! Hey!
So maybe over here, the shortest
Like
distance to the
the-
tower.
Hey,
Did we ever get a name on this guy?
No, we did not.
Mad Mage. That's all I got.
Mad Mage.
Okay. Only saying things like, oh, great mage.
Oh, great mage under the tower.
wise beyond anyone else's ken, you know.
We are desperate for your assistance and need of your knowledge to.
Wow.
Hey,
Anybody got I got a only 10 charisma, so I mean.
Oh yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay, and like I'm not talking to him.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll persuasion.
Yeah, I brought up we have to butter him up, and I was like, I guess I will stay quiet. The most help that I can do. Just shut up.
All right.
Hey, mage fuck, you want to help us out?
Shut up.
Yeah, let me just get a picture of the Mad Mage for you.
Nice.
And we don't know his full name yet, correct?
No.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Just one. Got it.
And we
Just
don't
wanna
even
make
know if he likes being called the Mad Mage or not. So
Yeah, so just
All right.
use other descriptors.
Could be sensitive about it, or could be his name. He could be like, "Why aren't you using my name?"
Right? I spent a lot of time at Mad School to get that title.
I
It's
still
like-
think it stands for something.
Not calling me
Bad.
doctor. That's very rude.
For a place like hell, that would also seem very appropriate.
Right.
Yeah, buddy, there he is. Loading. Well, there he
Oh.
is.
Yep.
wow.
Oh, yeah, nope. He definitely went to Mad School.
He has at least one credit in hairstyling
Right?
from
Yeah.
Mad School.
Oh yeah, that bleaching. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like that's some work right there to get
Yeah.
that kind of fluffy,
Mm-hmm.
that
Like
kind of swoosh going on top, like beard,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah, that
skill.
didn't come naturally. Yeah, that's he worked on it. All right.
we
Well, yeah,
admire you.
because his eyebrow color is black, so he obviously had to dye his hair once.
Or maybe he dyed his eyebrows.
That's right. He might have like just tattooed those on.
From
Yeah,
Scott,
from
who has
mascara.
brown hair, a red beard, and blonde eyebrows for some reason.
It's a variety pack. It's fine. It's to throw off Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to darken your eyebrows, you just need a little mascara on them.
It's true, yeah.
Go with like a brown, so you aren't getting too weird about it.
So yeah, exactly that image will appear at about exactly that size above the tower. And there's on the island out there. There's an assortment of various demons and devils and whatnot. You don't see anything that makes you, you've been able to pretty much identify, that's a member of this faction, that's a member of that faction, and this is just a band of weirdos here. So
Nice. Island of Misfit Toys.
Nibla is right at home. So this giant image appears above the tower, and a booming voice calls out, and each of you understands it, though you're not sure what language it is in, and asks, "Who is it who seeks the advice of me?"
Dang it.
We humble barons.
Ah, excellent. The nobility is humbled before me. True. What do you seek?
Knowledge. Knowledge of this plane.
Knowledge. All knowledge comes with a price.
Sure.
What knowledge do you seek?
Well, we have a couple questions, actually. The first is, where's the place where soul contracts are stored?
There are many places where soul contracts are stored. They come in various types, but you are clearly seeking a certain one. Which one?
It is one for, yeah. Yeah, our friend, also a baron, he made a deal with an imp.
Where is this friend? Let me speak with him.
He is sadly deceased.
Of course.
We have obtained his soul, but we cannot. We do not wish to harm it any further.
Only the signatories of the contract will know its disposition.
Interesting.
God damn it! Where's fucking Billy Raoul?
Yeah.
You just said the magic words. God damn it! And it just appears out of thin air.
Well, it would have been with an imp that we knew as Billy Raoul. He's missing, obviously.
Of course he is. What about your friend?
Again, Soul's trapped in a coin. Yep. Oh, hi.
Wait, what? What?
He'll show
What's
up
up?
in a minute.
Okay. And we don't want to do any further harm to his soul.
All knowledge comes with a price.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so
Able just hands him 100 gold.
yeah,
Just
puts
like-
it on the ground.
just dumps it at his feet.
He's currently a projected image several
Yeah, he's
hundred
a
feet
hologram.
tall above the tower, looming over you.
Just holds it over.
This. So just so you're aware of our of how many questions we have, we'll move on. The other one is, where could we find, what is it, a mythalin?
Mythalar.
Mythalar. Yeah. Do you know if there's, mythalars here? And those fuel rods.
Oh, Chardolin.
Chardlin fuel rods.
Yeah.
Really hard to say Chardolin without saying Chartolin. It's
Yeah.
out there.
That's the curse. That's the curse on the item.
Poop jokes are funny.
How many times do I have to inadvertently say Chart in one fucking day?
Oh,
Still 12.
I know of the location of 2 mythalars, and neither of them is on this plane.
Makes sense. One of them in, what's it, Ursulina?
Undoubtedly. All knowledge comes with a price.
All right. We are humble before you and request to know what it is
What's your
that
fee
so
schedule?
great a mage would need.
What's your fee schedule, man? Like,
Do you take like PayPal, Venmo?
Each answer requires the blood of an archdevil or other powerful creature of hell.
How much? All of it? Like all the blood, or?
Standard blood vial size.
Okay,
Like,
well, you go to the phlebotomist, you have the little vials and the big vials, right?
One of the little ones is fine.
Okay.
not a single, you're saying. not a full.
Do you need any like anticoagulant in the bottom of that, or?
No need.
Let's see.
All right, cool.
What archdevils do we know about?
Yeah, who are the archdevils? We are ignorant fools on this plane.
I love how everyone has no pants here. Just little thoughts.
I forgot that part. There's
Little dingus here.
I'll leave you to that while I get the answer.
I'm real busy right now identifying all the fucking metal dune thongs available on this map. Anyways. Provide me with one devil's ass. Knowledge comes with a price.
All right. The any of the three faction leaders would qualify.
Well, Gear doesn't have blood, so
Sure.
that rules that out.
There is
But Willick could be persuaded to give up any number of bodily substances under the right circumstances.
Yeah, the key is getting him not to, honestly.
there are several other entities whose blood would suffice.
All right.
The fallen Titan Uldrak.
Uldrak.
Was once a celestial being. If he were returned to his true form, his blood would suffice.
Okay, that sounds like a multi-part quest.
The oops, wrong. I clicked over the wrong thing. The evil Lord Archon, loyal to Tiamat, possesses some of her blood and could be parted from it. The entity that is now the Pit of Shumrath could be made whole again, and its blood would work.
So how do you make these guys whole?
It varies by quest.
Is this something you usually get paid in?
There is nothing usual. I set the price by the talents of the asker, and you are adventurers who can acquire these valuable things for me in exchange for what you seek.
Ah, okay. So this isn't just something that you wanted for a long time and you're sending the latest group of assholes over to...
There have been previous groups of assholes who have been sent on quests. Some of them have been more successful than others.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Back to shutting up. Just realized.
Lastly, there's one trapped at the obelisk on your conveniently on your map over near Archon's Tower, whose blood might suffice as well.
All right.
Jeez. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I still think Willick sounds like the best option out of all of those. Like, we just need to find his crazy Valhalla and get him drunk enough, and we're fine.
I bet you I can bleed more than you.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it would take.
Wow.
Willick, right?
I've never met this guy, but I'm starting to understand him.
I think I like this Willick guy.
Yeah. No, I think he just wants some reagents, honestly. Just a little bit of archdemon blood probably makes some really rad spells.
Cool.
Well, it's all for his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of my favorite conditioner.
Demon
The
blood.
closest thing that ever got to the right results has been devil's blood.
Repeat.
I didn't have enough to rinse and repeat.
You think I get this by blow drying alone?
Yeah. Okay. So my friend's contract, you need Okay, here's a sub-question. Would talking to the soul in its soul coin form damage the soul irreparably, even if the person were returned to life?
All knowledge comes with a price.
Okay, so you're not going to answer any of our questions until we bring you the blood?
All knowledge comes with a price? Wait, I can answer that question.
We'll pay you for that question. I mean, I got 50 cents. I got a silver piece.
Throw it into the lake.
Okay.
Make a wish.
Tosses it into the lake.
So yeah, if you let me speak to your friend's soul, that will take the place of any other price.
Do 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 do.
Bad.
I want to
Seems
re-roll that with
fine.
Sam. Yeah.
Well, I think it
That's
sounds
a-
awful, so
Sam
no.
gave me a skill check.
Using Brits, please.
Piece.
Mine was just fucking around.
Yeah.
Don't,
With a 7 here.
Do not count mine.
I'm gonna use the 7 there, so it's a 13.
Yes, please.
I mean, clearly he's going to take something from Balaam's soul that is equivalent in power to an ounce of blood from an archdemon. So
Yeah. No, it's no good. I can't make that decision for Balaam.
Deep down, you feel a pulse of thank you.
Yeah. We will fetch your price.
Oh, voluminous one. I mean, it is a beautiful frill, I have to say.
It's lovely. It's beautifully done, yeah.
Excellent. Return when you have the price. We will find your contract.
Deal's getting worse all the time.
Basically, you can either talk to Balaam and know how to get the right information from him, or you can track down Billy Rowell and get him to actually tell the truth, or you can pay this guy and he'll use his divination to figure it out.
God, it seems like finding Billy Rowell is like a needle on a haystack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, Billy, I want to make a deal.
Yeah.
Fucking lying.
Yeah, we deck him in the face. Sorry.
But maybe we could make a deal with Billy.
I heard my name. Somebody wants to make a deal? What's going on? Oh.
Hey,
Shit, it's you guys.
Get him!
Get him! Wow, that's a great wow.
Everyone just dog piles on this imp.
All right.
Shit, I take it back. Shit.
Yo, where the fuck is the contract?
I don't know. I can't access my stats for some reason.
I get that way when I'm panicky too.
Is the wizard still like watching this shit?
Oh yeah, free entertainment.
Yeah. Wizard, this is the imp.
Got him.
What's going on?
That's $10, man. Look at that.
Put him onto an actual combat map. See if that helps.
Squid the bob, shoot the bob.
Be right back.
God, yeah. Just make sure when we actually pay the price that somebody just like tapes Nebula's mouth shut so she just doesn't blurt out like to your perfect hair.
It's full of secrets.
And then Nebula just has perfect hair somehow, someway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your hair could be perfect if you don't have any.
Oh,
True.
absolutely.
And Nibla doesn't have any hair, so
Yeah, I don't think. No, she doesn't.
unless there's some under there, and I don't know.
Yeah,
about it.
well, she's covering up her head with that dragon onesie, so.
You know, you'll never know. Nobody will know.
Whole flowing locks.
Just blonde ringlet curls. Just the most beautiful, luscious blonde hair that you've ever set your eyes on. Nobody knows how she's been keeping it maintained. Just it's all the LSD.
Yeah.
Like it's all mushroom based, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. My game's being weird, but I'm gonna just push past it. All right. Sure. Billy Roll's here. You can easily grab him. I'm not gonna make anybody make rolls because I can't figure out how to make Billy Roll make rolls right now.
Oh boy.
It's going great. Thanks, Boundary. All right. So you've got him. What are you asking him? Sorry, I was distracted by technology for.
Where's the fucking contract?
I could tell you for if somebody wants to make a deal.
If
No.
you die here, you die forever, right?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
That's a lie?
I mean, shit.
I need some temporary hit points. Hold still.
Wait. Let's talk about this.
Start talking.
There's a
So what grows back on you guys?
Flesh beards.
It's.
I mean, like, that tail's got segments. I bet you could probably reform something.
I could, but I don't want to find that out right now. If you don't hurt me, I'll tell you where it is.
Okay, well, I mean,
Start talking.
Do you agree to these terms?
I don't agree to shit.
You don't agree to shit? Well,
We won't hurt you, and you will tell us where we can find the soul contract.
no, I don't care about what you think. What does this one think?
Who's Billy pointing at?
Here, I will make you a deal. If
Hestor.
you start talking now, I won't start biting you.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm talking. I've been talking this whole
cool,
time.
cool.
I have kept up my part of the deal. Great deal. I love dealing with people. This is fantastic.
That
You
wasn't the intent I meant. I guess I will pull off a piece of you instead.
oops. Hang on a sec.
I didn't use my teeth, so I have noticed that fiends, I've been paying attention. They have a different kind of separation for flesh than like other creatures do. So you got to pull on them differently and with like a different sort of motion to yank a body part off. Because you guys are more segmented than like fleshier things.
And
Am I right?
He disappears. But Hastor still knows that he's right there, just invisible and moved over like half a foot. But
Cool. Let me grab him again.
Yeah.
fuck.
No.
I learned things here.
Okay, come on.
All right. Make an intimidate check for me, somebody. A Hastor, that is,
Yeah.
with advantage.
Okay. Like, I'm not really intimidating. I don't tell you.
Yeah, I think he'd be intimidated.
I've never
right
been
now.
intimidating in my life. Let's see if I. Oh, I think I gotta hit Alt. Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it'll do it.
Yep.
That's good. Good roll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, I'll
With a
just
-1.
roll a fucking D20, I guess.
Nice.
Shit.
Huh.
Whoa.
It's equal grounds here.
Can I pile on
Assist?
or something?
I mean, I think we should all get an assist.
I mean, if he doesn't believe me, that's okay. I'll just fulfill the promise.
Right. All right. He's fine.
You don't have to believe me.
The contract. Okay. All right. Your buddy wants out of the contract. I kind of want out of this contract too.
Nice.
What do you want out of the contract?
Because if you guys raise him from the dead, I have to be his familiar for 9 more years.
Oh shit!
If you burn the contract, I don't.
All we have to do is burn it,
Yeah,
or do we need a legal?
For how many more years?
9.
Okay.
So you'd be enslaved to him for 9 more years.
Yeah, that's a fair deal.
Let's not burn it yet. We got a lawyer. We could actually get this all to work in our
You
benefit.
did get a lawyer.
It's weird. I was under the impression that the contract said that you would be a familiar for life.
No,
Was I wrong?
Definitely 9 years.
Okay. I was just making sure that
Life would have been better because I don't have one and he does, and that's over, and I'd be free.
Gotcha.
You
Well,
have one.
I was just worried that maybe 9 years was also Balam's projected lifetime.
I don't have that information, though. We can
Okay,
ask around.
okay. I was very very scared for a moment.
I mean, the way he lives his life, I mean, you're not wrong.
All right. Yeah, where's the contract being held?
I hid it in the place where no one would look for an infernal contract, the Crypt of the Hellriders.
Okay.
No.
Can we
There's just-
smack him?
Will you
I've
help us?
already.
I'm
I
holding
have
like
promised not to bite him. So if you
yeah,
want to give him a flick
Sam
around
just
the ear,
reacts out of gut instinct, like
we'll pop.
fuck.
Mhm.
Hmm. I do hope we're entertaining the Mad Mage.
This is great. Smack the imp.
I don't know about that now.
I'm not starting to
Well,
feel.
I guess I won't be getting that blood after all.
Wait.
If you need a
Yeah.
Mythalar, come back.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks.
Sorry to
Israel.
disturb you.
No, this was great. Do you need that imp?
Maybe he'd be persuaded to help us get the contract out. So, for a short time.
Okay, fine.
Wait, will you give us the Mythalar location if we hand him over now?
No.
Okay, well.
Demon blood for that.
Need much better blood than that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's more than a vial here.
You have an excellent point. Nope.
Oh.
He's going for quality, not quantity.
Mhm.
The little weirdo is correct. What is that strange substance exuding from your skin?
You might actually. It is
How much
a
shot?
very powerful psychic substance of some sort, and if you're interested, we can trade you a vial of that for information about the Mythalar.
I'm a real good time here, buddy. Come on over and get it.
It's quality.
Leave me a vial. I will test its quality and return. And I will. All right, you know what? Give me a second.
But I'm in a real good mood, Niebla.
A vial magically appears in Niebla's hand. And yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, she's just scraping it all over her body, collecting it, like squeezing it from like underneath her
No,
little dragon hoodie, and
no.
just. This is probably, if anybody's watching this, is probably somewhat mortified.
No, this
grossed
is psychic damage if you watch this. I don't want to see this.
Yeah, it's like probably
Why you got lymph nodes for you, little fucking weirdo?
maybe more morbidly intrigued. But yeah, she's rubbing this vial all over her and scraping the best bits.
God, like that Roman bath school.
At least she doesn't have a specific gland to express.
Well, that's what I was worried about. I thought lymph
Like a
nodes
little-
would figure into this.
Acid nipple.
That's gonna be the new name of my band.
All right.
Anyway, enough of that.
The vial teleports away, and it can now be seen in the hand of the massive projection of the Mad Mage. Hold on a moment. He disappears for a second.
God.
No, he's in for a real good time. I got the stuff right underneath, and
No. Hand back over the mouth.
I have run some experiments.
Yeah? What do you think?
This will do nicely.
Oh, yeah.
There are 2 mythalars that I know of.
All right.
One is in the dead. One is in the dead ship in the sea south of Bear.
Cool. Yeah.
The other is in the ancient ruined city of the orcs, lost in the northern wastes.
Oh, is that where it is?
How does
The
that
northern
doesn't-
waste, so up.
If you were to look at your world
Tracker
map,
way? Yeah.
you would find
House
it
tracker, huh?
in the
Oh,
glaciers of the Shawl Mountains.
Oh shit, you're gonna do a thing. We're gonna do like a Mountains of Madness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're doing a Mountains of Madness, you guys. Pretty sure.
But they're all on the actual world. How does that help us get the ship to there?
We'll have
If
to.
you know this weird, give me another vial of this weird goblin stuff, and I have something that might help you.
Got any more?
Because we need one here on this planet.
give me 5 minutes.
Awesome. Okay. Let her do her thing.
Behind the film machine.
5 very awkward minutes later.
There's grunting going on behind the car there. That I just wish I didn't have to hear.
Yeah, Mountains of Madness is also a youth for acid nipple, isn't it?
Here you go. I got some prime madness for you right under here, buddy.
It's gonna ruin my search history real quick.
Take it, you beautiful haired bastard.
Thank you. If you seek only the base and mundane properties of a mythalar, such as levitating a large amount of matter, you could find such in one of Amiria's flying fortresses.
Okay.
I have tried to acquire the one in the wrecked flying fortress over there on your map, but my agent has not returned.
Cool.
If you collect it for yourself, it is worth the price of this weird goblin blood, and you may keep it.
Thanks.
if you collect something that doesn't belong to me, you can have it.
Yeah.
The finders versus keepers rule, I see.
Yeah. It may be that we're not able to get our flying ship operational, and we might need to find other ways to get back across the plains. So.
I feel like there's a question in there.
No, I'm telling. I'm informing the rest of the of y'all that the Mythalars are probably back on the prime material because there's other ways to get back there, and we might not be ready for airship Final Fantasy.
You get the impression that the Mythalar that he's talking about back on on Earth, on not Earth, are much more powerful than whatever's levitating these wrecked flying fortresses. But
okay,
the thing he's talking, but whatever's floating a flying fortress is going to be enough to float your flyback ship. So
okay,
yeah, that's a quest marker right there. Boop.
Awesome. All right, Billy Rowell, ready to help us with this shit?
Well, fuck. Sure, but you guys should go to the flying ship first, because that's the dungeon the DM prepared.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when in Rome.
Yeah. Works for me.
Why don't you bring that up again?
Yeah. So yeah, let's make this straightforward. We got a contract here. We got an escape mechanism here. Anything else you want to do while you're in hell is your option. Up to and including freeing Sid Minos, which would require a lot more fucking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do that without a bomb around anyway. So that's,
what's our timeline on Sid Minos actually being integrated into hell? Like, how long do we have before it's too far gone to be freed?
It's driven by the narrativium. Time is meaningless here.
Cool. Probably it will become corrupt or something.
Yeah. If your adventures progress too far in other directions that you've outleveled the content I have for saving Sid Minos, then it'll be too late to save Sid Minos.
Gotcha. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, time flows differently here than it does back in the real world as well. So there is no assigned time for it in the materials. I saw somebody who suggested give it about a month, but then you get into a really time tracking. Okay, you took you 2 days to get here, and then you took a long rest, and I don't want to play that game.
Okay.
The Mad Mage wishes you good luck.
Thanks.
Except he doesn't refer to himself as such. He just
says, was going to be my next question, yes.
Good luck.
Hey, what's your name?
He's gone. He's gone.
That was his answer. It just flips out. Names have a lot of power here. He's not giving
it.
Good point. Good point.
Well, what do you call yourself? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me. Let me tell you about the Crypt of the Hell Riders.
Yeah, his pronouns are I, me, and no one else may refer to him.
Yes, correct. All right, let me get you the information from Billy Raoul on the crypt. Of the people. Where you at? There it is. Yeah. So it's a place where the knights who came to hell with Amiria and then died in their quest have been buried in hell and become, it's a haunted crypt basically.
Okay.
We've got you need to speak the passphrase "for glory" to get through the front door.
Okay.
In common, and it is in the ritual room.
Oh, yeah, those things.
Do we still have that little badge or what have you?
Yes, I still have it.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Nice.
It's in the ritual room, which he can give you directions to, which is like all the way through the dungeon.
Does anyone have a portable hole?
I might have put one on Ilya.
So we can just bastards our way in.
It's only 8,000 gold pieces.
Mhm.
Yeah, I support Blue Moon Bastards style exploration. Let's see. That's as much as he remembers right now because this area is not prepped.
That's
But yeah, there's a secret chamber in the place that has a ritual circle and a basically a roll of all of the Hell Riders, and he hid it amongst those papers.
Okay.
So you'd have to go there and find that secret room, which he can give you directions to, and then figure out which of the like hundreds of pieces of paper there is the one you need for Balaam's.
Cool.
Well, we are gonna light everything.
Indeed.
Maybe not in there. It might not all be contracts.
So if you guys want to go there first, I just need to prep it, so that'll be next week. If you want to go to the Flying Fortress first, which makes less sense geographically, I do have that available, but I'm not going to force you to go there just because I only got one dungeon ready.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it does make more sense while we're down on the ground to actually go that way, because once we're up back there, then we have to come back down and up and down. It doesn't actually make sense to go get the contract, honestly, because we have to go back and forth.
Wait, what?
The contract is up in the air. We are down on the ground.
The contract? No, the Hell Riders. There's a the Crypt of the Hell Riders is a location on Giza, not in.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought it. Okay.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
right there.
this is the ones who didn't retreat back to the real world and live in the shame. These are the ones who were like, yeah, let's take over hell. Let's join with our paladin Deva leader as she falls to become a demon. Oh, we died in our war to take over hell, and now we've been interred over here. But it's it's hell, so the crypt is probably is very haunted.
Yeah, and geographically, that does really make the most sense. We don't have to pay the ferryman another.
Yeah,
2
that's what I was
times.
thinking about. Was I don't want to.
Oh, we wouldn't have to anyway, but yeah, I thought it was way
okay.
over there. But these 2 red circles, but still, it looks like a way back sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Yeah, I'd prefer to do the contract thing since that feels more pressing. Also,
So, okay. I mean,
We have already acquired and threatened this imp here, so.
we do.
so all right. That's I mean, I can dash together a map as fast as possible, but it'd still be like half an hour from now.
All right. Do we want to chill for half an hour or something? Or?
It's up to Scott if he wants to try to rush it right now, or if he.
Yeah, if he wants more time, that's reasonable.
Right.
I don't necessarily need more time. Let me just. I've already started looking for the map by the same artist that's done all the other maps we're using. So, moment.
I mean, I do have laundry. I have other stuff. So.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I forgot to put my laundry in.
Get your laundry out.
I gotta put it in. I haven't even started it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the case?
Looks like Hetty's going to be doing some laundry real soon. Holy crap, you guys. Hey, Hetty.
Yes.
Was the thing that you posted in Discord the weird salt oil scraper thing that the Romans used?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep. My mental recall is never useful, okay?
Same.
It's always shit like that.
Yeah.
What's that for? Not my job, that's for sure.
Eh.
Just listen to me madly click on maps for a while.
Yeah, if I haven't.
It's fine. I'm trying to make a little ball joint for something. So.
Nice. I usually don't have people hanging out while I do prep, though. This is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, just go.
Trying to make this thing for Jay, and like my own perfectionism is getting in the way of it.
Don't know what that's like at all.
Hmm?
I said, I don't know what that's like at all. So I'm fiddling with different pixel sizes here to make the squares line up perfectly with this map.
It's like the ankle is like a fucking hinge joint, and it's not gonna be, and that's it. Let's see. Hey, Jay,
Mm-hmm.
do you have like a marble or something?
A what?
A marble.
No.
I feel like we don't have any marbles in the house, and that's actually kind of weird.
I do not have any marbles in this house.
Yeah, it's weird.
I have a bunch of like fish coin things or fish stones.
Oh, those guys, they aren't round enough, but thank you. I'm gonna get stuff.
That was a funny noise.
My chair.
I thought it was somebody going, ah!
Me too, chair. Me too.
Why? Oh, something wrong. Yeah. Please talk about something or I'll feel self-conscious about how long I'm taking.
I'm just working on an art project update because I didn't like something I had just done.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I'm going
Yeah,
to-
I think it's safe to say that we've all got our own, quiet
right.
projects going right
Yeah.
now. So.
Carry on. It's quiet project time.
Well, yeah.
Love
I'm
it.
just watching her play Stardew, so
Yeah.
we're good. We're making little tree caps.
I'm working on the sounds for my game.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I recorded a bunch earlier, and now
Now you're hanging out. How's it going?
really.
Tiny little, it's going. I thought Robin just wasn't talking very much, but maybe I've got your volume down.
I mean, I
Whoa.
didn't.
Oh, there you are.
Whoa! No, that was a loud noise.
There was a buzzing. A great buzzing occurred.
The hell wasps are here.
I did not hear the buzzing.
I think you were
We
creating the
did.
buzzing. Yeah.
Maybe it was from my end.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's good now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Need to chill out.
She's still adorable.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
Why
know.
we double
I
check?
was a little worried that she wasn't, but she really is. She's
Hmm?
still adorable.
Sustaining.
She's sustaining, yes. She might even reach peak levels of absolute cute, but I'm still monitoring that.
Okay, yeah, come on.
Yeah. I mean, she's
Are you
working.
talking about Dr. Lex?
Dr. Lex Tiny Cat Rios, PhD. Yes.
Yes.
I had to go check and see what where she's at, and she's good news. She's still adorable,
Oh.
but she is reaching high criticals of absolute cute. So still monitoring that. It's amazing.
Okay. It's an ongoing situation, really.
It's an ongoing situation. She's always working on it. It's like, you know, she's working on this discovery of Higgs boson.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah.
much. She has accepted the cat tree finally,
Oh, good.
and that has been huge.
We should get a cat tree, although the stairs are really doing the job, honestly.
Yeah, you've got a lot of vertical interest in your house already.
All the fish things I have.
Man, the cat tree always gets real gross.
Yeah, it does.
Nowhere.
And all the regular.
Here.
Yeah.
We'll just let this dry this way.
Very good. Let's go. Do you need any specific dish? Here.
They made really good French toast this morning, so I'm just kind of eating it secretly.
Okay.
Not so
We
secretly
need to-
anymore.
Slice up that brioche.
We do.
Ooh.
Get some French toast going.
Hell yeah.
Actually making really good progress here.
Yay!
I said I'm making really good progress here.
Cool.
Oh, come on. You stupid fish. Come
Did you say you stupid fish?
Yeah, I'm playing.
Stardew,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, Stardew Sierra is not the best fisher person.
Stardew,
Mm-hmm.
it's rough. I just kept making like that one hook that makes it easier,
Got it.
Yeah.
and I never not used that shit.
Mm-hmm. The one that makes the bar bigger.
Makes the bar bigger, and I think there's like the better pull you get, the easier it is also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just some that like even when I have really good shit. Even I'm like moderately decent at button mashing, this still has it. So.
Well, that one's a. I'll now describe it.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I played the game.
There you go.
I'm trying to describe that kind of vertical energy that you give it and how to time that, and I can't. So.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'll get one more. All right, there you go, babe.
Hi, Miko. How you doing, Beats? Yeah. Hello, Beats. Mm-hmm. This is my job.
Okay, I'm actually almost set up. Just need to draw a border around this map, so
Cool.
can't see all the things I've stuck off the side of the map. $13 from. Oh, you're going there to. I've got a map that almost works.
Really good.
Oh, forgot I searched that.
Grid doesn't quite line up, but whatever. We'll deal with it. Right. Throw some people on a map.
Oh, I didn't see those, Jay. Sorry. Jay, I own an expensive comic making app, but
Those panels look rad, though.
That is really cool. The Baron.
Nice.
Does Baum have a gas cloud around him?
mm,
It's an involuntary reaction. Come on. It happens. It's natural. Everybody does it.
20-foot gas cloud.
Stop laughing as biological flaws. They're not
One of your
flaws.
characters has to secrete something.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'm actually ready to proceed.
Wow.
All right.
Oops, except I'm on the wrong map. So, you guys
See what we can
can Jay leaves.
Bye.
Billy Raoul is going to poof out of existence. He has given
You're
you
done.
directions.
Right.
You are to. Let me. He'll give you directions, which your characters will do a decent job of remembering. Actually,
Excellent.
I will draw. I'll just draw them on the map.
That makes sense.
Let's pick a color other than red. All right, he will give you directions, which are basically turn left, turn right, go into another room, then turn left. Then when you get into that room, go to the left-hand wall and figure out how to open the secret door, which I don't remember myself. And that's where you get into the...
Okay.
you get into the ritual room. And amongst those scrolls shuffled in, he couldn't even remember if he tried. Is the contract to is the contract.
All right.
He's due to some very strict rules in hell. He's not allowed to be part of the party that goes and does this. So he's going to. He can come along, but as far as the exterior, but he cannot go into the dungeon.
All right, guide us there at least.
Yeah. I'll guide you there, and it's since he knows where he's going and the rules of extraplanar travel are in charge here, that it basically takes you the rest of the quote-unquote day. Not that time means anything.
No.
To drive down there. And as further day continues, I was going to say something about night, but it's clearly not the case. You arrive at a place that has words about it. Acrid smog swirls around a barren hill, rising from which, like giant tombstones, are a pair of leaning monoliths, each soaring more than 50 feet into the smoky red sky. Dozens of armored knights kneel in motionless reverence before the monoliths, between which a set of onyx steps leads down under the hill. Yeah.
These motionless knights. How motionless?
They're dead. They seem completely frozen in different positions
Gotcha.
in death.
Hmm.
Are they all from the same time period?
Yes.
Are they interacting with each? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't just everyone who's tried to come here.
Correct.
Okay.
This is some sort of elaborate burial technique. Bury him in his armor, kneeling before the monoliths.
All right. Cool. What can we expect, Billy Rowell, when we go in there? What's gonna?
There's ghosts and
Okay.
Cool.
more ghosts, and I think some of the there's some of the bodies are still solid, still in corporeal form.
Okay.
Just don't mess with anything, and you'll probably be okay. I got in and out of there quick, so I got in and out. Didn't disturb anybody, and it was a good time. But
if we try to take things out of there, will we even the contract you put there? Will we be in more danger?
Oh, I didn't think of that. Let me check. Let me check the rules. I don't know. I know there's, there you might be in trouble. There's definitely some guardians that are there that keep things from leaving. So look out.
Cool. Oh, this is actually lava over here, not blood. You can see the difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
more rocks.
Yeah. All right.
So, if the plan is to go in, the hallway is the entrance hall is 10 feet wide. If you wish to give me a marching order of some kind, and also you've got Baron Gibbs with you. Would you like him to come in with you, or would you like him to stay and guard the vehicle?
Probably a good idea to have a vehicle guard.
Yeah.
It would suck to be stranded out here.
Wise.
Igbrin is middle row of the 3 rows available.
Igbrin is middle row. Okay.
I'll be behind Igbrin.
Okay. Sorry, where's everyone else?
I said I could go in the front if you want.
Okay.
Everyone's fine with
You
that.
have are you organizing the icons on some map?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he just
indeed
hasn't revealed it to us yet.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Theater of the mind until then.
Indeed.
Right behind Tatulka, wherever Tatulka is. I assume Tatulka's in the front.
Makes sense to me.
I'll be up front.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be right behind Tatulka.
Oh, it's close.
Zoom. All right. Let me. So we're leaving Baron Gibbs to guard the vehicle.
Yeah.
The vehicles. All right. So, what's the construction like in here? A pair of basalt doors block the passage ahead. Their surfaces engraved with a relief of a knight locked in combat with a devil. Both of them are wielding burning swords. There are no visible handles, locks, or any other way to open these doors.
But yet not guarded.
But not guarded.
Is there a password, Billy Rowell?
He did tell you. The passphrase is "for glory."
Okay, for glory. I wasn't sure which location was going on there. So.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Yeah, for glory.
I like the questioning for glory. All right, a crack appears between the doors, and they open of their own accord. they slowly
Alright.
grind open, allowing you to reach the position that I've already put you
Hooray!
in. It is pretty dark in there. It is cold. Like
Hmm.
there's an ankle deep mist running through the passages.
Left the fog machine on.
Yep. The rooms and passages. The hallway is 10 feet square, like wide and tall. And yeah, I have drawn Billy Raoul's directions on the map in purple,
Okay.
Oh, good.
but you're free to do whatever you wish, of course. It's okay.
Follow the
Go
directions.
It's okay. It's on the move.
opposite way in which Billy Raoul told us to go.
There are some glowing, seemingly magical lanterns and candles about, and I should call your attention to these constructions, which seem to be funerary urns.
Listening.
Okay. You hear nothing. Silent
must
as the
be safe.
grave.
Which way did Billy Raoul say to go again?
Purple line. This way. This way. It was this way. Come on. No, no. Totolka, come on back. Stop.
You can have an inspiration for role-playing dumb, Totolka. Just to describe the area you've seen ahead while you're going over there, please pause for a second. Describe the areas. To the east there, Totolka. I don't need this anymore. I don't need that anymore. We've got looks like some memorial stones, like.
Oh, that's
I
good.
don't trust
Couldn't
Billy
find
Raoul.
yourself.
Excellent. All right, I'll
Don't
get there in a
trust
second.
Billy Raoul, so I'm just making sure that we are headed in the right direction first.
Yeah, I'll get you that in a sec. So there's some standing slabs of stone which seem to have a lot of names engraved into them in this room to the east, Totolka. The room you're in is you've got these large iron burial urns, each engraved with a noble coat of arms, which you've seen. Some of these look familiar from having been in Sid Minos. And there are polished swords, lances, and shields hanging from racks on the wall. And yeah, that's what you've got there. Locate object. Read that. You know the direction. Let's see. You know the direction to the object's location. It is to the southeast of you.
Or Billy Raoul isn't lying.
Yeah. Not that way, Sam. This down this way.
Well, hold on. It says southeast. I don't feel.
Well, you were farther west of here when you.
It is
Right.
still south and to the east. Southeast-ish, yeah.
He tells us to go left up here, so
Okay. So far, it's so good, actually.
yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, a new chamber you have entered. Hold for a moment. We've got in the western part of the this room, we've got an urn piled in human bones. On
Love
the
it.
wall, there's a
Beautiful.
carved relief showing a column of knights charging through a portal into a fiery hellscape. And you have these slightly different. These are more. Well, that's not quite what the art looks like. These are more like standing caskets rather than urns. Like you could fit an entire body in here rather than just some ashes.
Things are definitely coming alive at some point.
And there's a pool here with some clear water that is looks very nice and possibly enchanted.
What's the water?
It's seems to be a healing potion, maybe enchanted to for healing and maybe blessing. It's some nice holy water. It might give you, a little bit of healing.
Could I bottle it, or is it dependent on this little specific inclusion?
It won't maintain its properties for more than. Usually with this thing, it's more the vessel, the construction, rather than the water itself that is magical.
Yeah.
So you would have to, it would be okay for, taking a cup and going to one of these places and, doing some sort of funeral rite with someone's body or something, but or refreshing yourself after fighting lots of undead, whatever.
Okay, where the hell is everybody? This is just too weird.
You okay?
Sorry. Where the hell is everybody? This is just too weird.
What do you mean?
There's nobody around.
It's a crypt.
Right. This is hell. You freaking leave a piece of garbage truck out in the middle of the desert. Somebody's going to scurry and grab it.
It's probably too blessed. Like this water here. I don't think that demons go in for that sort of thing.
Huh. Not a bad point. Just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right at all.
Scott?
What's that? Sorry, I was reading another room.
Sam was asking, why is anyone salvaging all this shit? And I was thinking maybe it's too consecrated. But
maybe, yeah.
Might be protecting it.
I mean, Billy Rowell implied that it was somewhere no one went. So, and that's probably the ghosts and everything too.
Yeah. So I mean, clearly he had to find that password, and the doors were basically just a solid wall until you spoke the password. So it's possible people don't know how to get in here. It's possible it's too blessed. I mean, Billy Raoul is a devil, and he got in here and out, but he did say he went fast and didn't touch anything. So,
all right. He also knew the password, which is kind of funny.
Indeed,
could be lying.
Yeah. Shall we? Just don't disturb anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, that's like telling me not to eat a piece of cake. God.
Yeah, I hear you, but ghosts.
All right, I'm not walking in the water. I just.
Sam goes for a short swim.
No. Still feels like I'm going the right way, I guess.
Yeah.
Have we looked anywhere other than? I went to get water. Sorry.
We're just following the stated path because Billy Rowell was pretty clear about don't disturb shit.
And so far, it's proven to be true on the magic front too. So.
And then he said there'd be a secret door up through this wall.
Yes.
So to glory. Might as well start.
You can make your perception checks with advantage, since you know that there's a secret door there. There it is.
Oh,
that was
wow. That was disadvantage. Jesus. An 18 and a 20.
All right.
Disadvantage.
Well, Tatulka's got it then.
So Tatulka's like, is there? Yeah, exactly. Just leans into.
Oh, I thought there was a door here.
All right, let me describe this area. You've got this ankle-deep mist still. You've got a ritual circle daubed in blood on the floor, and hundreds of parchment scrolls arranged within it.
Could I roll religion to figure out what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going to kill us here?
Yeah, this is a binding ritual. Your assessment here is that it is what am I trying to say? Basically, there's a lot of there's clearly a lot of dead buried here. This is binding them to this place. If these were good paladins, their souls should have moved on to someplace other than hell. But this circle is probably binding their spirits here for whatever purpose.
I bet the ghosts want to go away then.
Is Balaam's contract inside the circle?
That's
Probably
what
is,
Billy
yeah.
Raoul said, yes.
Hidden among the paladin.
I don't care what he said. How does my magic feel?
Oh, yes, it's in there.
Okay. Whenever you
Yeah.
say that's what Billy Raoul said, I'm like, yeah, so.
Sorry, I forgot you had a spell going.
Can I see a way? Is there like an obvious way to undo this? Like mess with this binding circle in some way, add some characters.
Also,
my Arcana is really bad.
I can track fiends, so maybe I can see where Billy Raoul was messing with stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually happy just to release every single one of these fucking paladins.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Well, yeah, but they might not all be good. I mean, if they're Amiria's,
If they need a binding ritual to stay in hell, then they might not be bad.
I'm gonna throw this out here. Maybe Amiria put this here to bind them to hell to fight in her army.
Which,
the moment we
yeah.
break this, her army might. And I'm throwing this just out here.
Oh yeah, it's.
Might actually dissolve.
I mean, I think the worst case scenario on really, I mean, not worst case scenario, but a pretty minor, achievement from freeing all these souls might be just this place isn't haunted anymore.
That's true. I mean,
make an insight check for me there, Igbrin.
Okay. What you just said is bullshit and wrong.
No, I was going back to
Okay, yeah.
So there was a room just a minute ago that Tolka almost blundered into that had a bunch of stone slabs with names carved into them. If this is anything, Billy Raoul put Balaam's contract in here as well. Possibly there needs to be some destruction of names, either burning the names on these scrolls or defacing those stone slabs, or both, in order to you're not sure obviously the exact workings of it, but that would make sense to you.
Okay.
I mean, if Balaam's contract to keep him here can be fixed by just burning the paper it's on, it's possible that this is an entire pile of papers that can solve things by burning the papers they're on.
Right.
So, and
other
just
solutions that fire.
and to be clear, we do plan on burning this contract, right? Or are we going to hold on to it?
We've had it.
Let's hold on to it for a bit.
I mean.
Okay, yeah, we're holding.
Yeah, probably eventually burn it. That's been a directive we've gotten, I think, more than once.
From Billy Raoul, though.
Yeah, well, he also wants to get out of this contract just as bad as Balaam wants.
Yeah, he made a bad deal.
They both made bad deals.
So, I mean, we can... augury. I prepared it today.
I'm gonna very carefully do some people.
I'm gonna, do augury.
What's augury?
you used to have it?
It's a
It
divination.
is divination. I feel like Bet had it or something.
I don't remember.
You need a bird. Oh, no, what?
So a course of action that I plan to take within the next. I'll pop this into chat.
Oh.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
The other room.
So what is your divination process? A.
Flip a coin.
It's really complex coin flipping. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's coin flipping, but I get a response back in binary, essentially.
Right.
There's a flow chart you have to put together.
Yeah.
A bunch of if-thens going on.
Right.
Right. Excellent. I like the required materials are, especially marked sticks, bones, etc., or similar tokens worth at least 25 gold pieces. It's like
it is actually 25 gold pieces.
it gives me 3 platinum pieces. It might make it less fiddly, but yeah, I like it.
Time-consuming divination. Like, wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
It takes a minute to cast. Yeah. All right. So, what is the course of action you are seeking?
Basically, I just want to know if we should just burn the contract.
Okay.
Like where they are, or take them and burn them. I don't know.
Burning this entire thing.
Can we destroy these by burning now and be done with everything?
Weal and woe.
Mm-hmm. Both?
Both.
All right. Do I get a sense which parts feel like woe of the plan?
It would be a good thing to do, but there will be consequences.
Okay. A good thing to do. Hey, Niebla.
Yeah.
Got anything to make a big fire?
Actually, I've got dispel magic. I can dispel this circle.
Okay, let's try that first.
All right.
Yeah, that's probably better. I was just gonna empty out all my black powder and just,
That would actually rule. Yeah, I'm into it. I mean, maybe we should take the contracts outside first so we don't blast,
Yeah. All right.
this very nice tomb.
Minor details. This tomb will be fine.
I'm just spelling that on the circle.
On whatever, rituals protecting these.
I'm sure it's going to be higher than what I've got, but
Let's see. You just
better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Saving throw or
Check. Make an ability check.
Nice.
All right. Any magic that was in there, you have dispelled. DC is 10 plus the spell's level. So if that was a 9th level spell, you dispelled it.
No. Wow. Okay. Let's gather all these up.
I didn't think that would work, but sure.
Gather them up and see if we can find Balaams and.
I mean, you've still got locate object going, right? So
I can find it right now. I
Oh,
reach my hand in, and that's the one I grab.
Great.
All right. So once you've grabbed that, I'll be like, okay, spirits haunting this place. We think that if we can get rid of these contracts, maybe you'll be released. So don't attack me when I pick them up, please.
Actually, why don't you? Yeah, go ahead. You're the cleric. Actually, not a bad idea.
Okay. I pick one up.
Okay. You've got one.
Okay. I'll pick more up.
You've got more.
Okay, I'll try and pick them all up.
And Nibbler, grab some more of those. Help her out.
Just constant grabbing all these things.
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Oh, man.
I don't want to get bombs mixed up, so that's the only one I'm going to hold on.
That's good.
All right.
You would say there's about. Let's see. Hang on, I got a number. You'd say there's about 500 of them in here.
Wow. Maybe
I-
we should just burn them here.
Okay.
Spirits, if you would like me to burn them in this crypt.
Actually, that seems like too big a number. Let's say 200. 200 here.
Still, Ghosts, will you talk to me?
There's no response from the ghosts.
Can we look around also?
I mean,
I
yeah.
Don't touch anything.
I'm not going to touch anything. I don't want to touch anything. I just don't want us to, like, set something off and there's like, oh, that giant monster that's been hanging out on the other side. Here's your bullshit.
Sure.
No, Niblick, get away.
You're a ranger. You're a ranger.
No, leave. Not you. Go somewhere else.
You go hang out with them where the fire might happen. The fire might happen back there. Yeah. I think I'm getting a hold of, like, people. I think I'm figuring it out.
You can see these guys too, right?
What?
Demons. You can see demons.
If they're invisible, yeah.
Yeah, I can see invisible stuff now.
All right. Go for it.
So I'm just gonna... There's some weapons in here. I don't want them. There's more weapons in here. Oh.
Sorry.
You moved me all the way back over there because I was grabbing my character.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no. That's a bad interaction in the...
That is.
I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm so sorry, Eddie.
No.
You might have to turn that off. That's fine. All right.
I moved it back. I'm just... Guys, there's a lot of weapons everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Just leave them alone.
I'm not going to touch them. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that someone could be armed with if they decided to be.
How about we try and take just one of the paladin contracts out?
You hollering that back down through 3 rooms there, Hester?
No.
I assume Hester came busting through the doorway, breathlessly telling us.
Well, when I was over here, I also brought up that there's weapons. Seems like there's weapons.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crypt for knights.
Yeah, I know.
It seems like it would be weird if there wasn't a whole bunch of weapons.
So, Hester, note there's some...
Are any of them that hell type?
There's some slightly different urns in here.
Yeah, they're red on top. They got flowers.
They've got roses on top of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's smaller...
Does that mean something?
Not to you.
No.
Let's see. I mean, it's interesting to note that the roses all look freshly picked.
That's weird. I will note this weird thing when I report back.
Another thing of note from, about there with your passive perception, there is definitely a secret door down, there-ish. There we go.
I noticed that there's some extra, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't have time to make the map quite line up. Correct.
That's fine. I guess I'll listen really hard.
Okay. I mean, there isn't this urn in the way, but
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna listen from here.
okay. Give me perception with disadvantage then, since you're not like listening right to the wall.
I think that's control.
Yeah. Oh, still good. Silent. You don't hear a
Okay.
thing.
There's another door here.
What's that? No.
All right.
That's an error. A door just floating in the middle of the room. Yeah, no, that's not there.
That's probably bad. That sounds bad.
But yeah, that
yeah.
the construction on this one to your south looks very similar to the one that you saw. Where they found the other stuff.
Okay, that's what's in that direction. More of the fancy.
Good to have a
areas.
ranger just scout shit out.
I'm like, I have as much vision as I can possibly give myself.
Yeah.
Gonna kind of do some peeping. Oh, Baron Ghibli.
Yeah, he looks kind of panicky, and he's looking around like he's trying to figure out where you guys are.
Hey,
What?
what's up? Hey, over here.
Oh, shit.
Did someone take the car?
There's some giant fucking knight, and his chariot being drawn by gorgons just showed up outside. I think you set off an alarm.
Ooh.
Really?
Grab all the shit and run.
Light it on fire and run.
Yeah. You know what?
Here's a bottle of brandy. Let's go.
Yeah,
All
Nebo
right.
like
Cool,
empties
cool.
out part of her powder bag and is about
Gibbs?
to strike the
Yeah.
flint.
Let's go.
Gibbles, let's go. Wait, there's a secret passage.
All right.
Strikes. Just say when, and the thing's gonna go.
I assume we're in contact with Hastor.
Mm.
With,
You guys
like,
do
sending
have the
stone.
sending stone, but
Yeah, we would have sent you with one.
okay.
Why don't you have dark vision, Jibs? Can't see a fucking thing.
I'm a pig.
Yeah, I mean nothing concrete, but I will say, hey, something's outside.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then we
Big
quickly
threat outside.
light everything on fire.
Okay, yeah, and there's these lanterns and these magical lanterns and candles around if you need a way to make fire.
Sure.
How did you open that other secret door?
And I've got sacred flame.
Leaned a
Ask
bugbear on it.
Patoka. Yeah.
You just gotta lean on the right wall.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of gingerly squeeze by this and hopefully not touch it,
Okay.
and give this a poke. Poke.
Hang bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Dude.
I black powder the pile and use sacred flame it.
Fuck.
Yep.
Jibs, get your butt
Alright.
over here. You got any fire?
No, what? Yes. Of course, no. He doesn't have any fire.
There's another
Sam.
set of
Sam,
contract.
dispel.
Shit. Okay, maybe that was the alarm.
Whatever. It's already rung.
Good point. Yeah, I guess we didn't do anything wrong. If it needed to be stopped, then an alarm wouldn't have been going off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's cast my. I'm gonna be out of
Can I
third
just
level.
like scrape this circle and break it? We
No,
even have
not yet.
Shit.
Let me try casting a spell first, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
How long does that take you?
As soon as I can find it
It's
on
one
my
action.
screen.
Yeah.
One action instantaneous. Come on.
I
But
had
it's
to
a-
find it first.
Well, I mean, yeah. Should be
In the meantime, we've got
spell.
black powder all over the contracts, and we're lighting it up
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just gonna have
and running.
to, whatever.
Yeah. Hang on. Sam, skill check.
Failed that
Okay,
one. No, I got a
so-
2. I got a 3.
Got a 3.
Pause.
Sorry.
Everyone stop.
Okay.
Screwed that one up.
Tatolka has run way ahead of the rest of the party.
And Tatolka.
And
I went to scout ahead.
and has found the scary undead knight that came into the
Can I see
room.
if I'm stealthy?
What's that?
Can I see if I'm stealthy enough? Like peek around the corner?
Sure. Go for it.
She must have been stealthy enough because I didn't realize what she was doing.
Right?
Yep, that was all my 3rd level spells. Still, the first one was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
He does not seem to have noticed you yet, Tatolka. He's sort of scanning about like, where are the intruders?
I go scurrying away quickly back to the group.
Okay, I'm going to unpause and let you scurry a bit.
No one else do anything.
If I rip up one of these bricks, do you think that will break the circle?
Hold on a second. Whoa. Tatolka,
pretty
you
strong
made that
magic.
stealth check, and you've now got like a little icon in the corner that shows something indicating stealth.
Wow.
Yeah, you've got a hidden current stealth 14. Just making a stealth check popped that up. Neat. I love it. I don't know how that's going to work for passive perception. Let me try something. This guy's passive perception is lower than... Oh, that's amazing. This guy's passive perception is lower than your stealth. I moved him to where he could be able to see you, and he can't see you. That's so cool. All right. At this point, we're going to leave this at a cliffhanger with the group divided into 3 different spots. There's definitely a fire going on over here. Purple fire, apparently. I don't think you guys got a fire started in the western chamber yet. Is that correct?
No, because you wanted to dispel the magic first.
Right, and that failed. Okay.
Is there any other way to get through that stuff?
We will deal with that next week in a more granular fashion. We will roll initiative, though currently only Tatolka knows exactly what's going on. Even the bad guy doesn't know exactly what's going on, as he did not see Tatolka. But yeah, we will leave this right there.
Woohoo!
Cool.
All right.
Hell heist.
Hell heist.
I love hell heists. It's great. This is just lovely.
Right. Let me make sure I understand everything that's happening here before I end.
Also, I believe Frank Reynolds with the guns is technically Nibla.
All right, yeah, we're all set. So anyway, started blasting.
All right.
Start blasting.
Yeah, good. Everybody good for next week, the 20th of December?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm definitely not good the week after that, but we'll deal with that when it comes.
Okay.
Nothing says Christmas like raiding a tomb.
You know, Santa Claus didn't give us this gift, but we definitely gave ourselves. I need to workshop that one.
Yeah, no. It's fine. It'll all work out.
Great. That was fun, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Good stuff. Even with the pause in the middle.
Yeah, it took me
It
15
took
minutes
work.
to set this up, and